Oh my god, I'm never the person that's asked, so this is
Megan, welcome to being my sort of welcome to being my right hand man. You are now the veteran player, so I need your help here.
It's terrifying. Okay.
You're now the DM's PM.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it.
Okay, so last session we started out. Our characters were all separately wandering along a wee road. Zell's character. I'm going to forget the names of the characters here, but Zell's
That's right. Don't worry
character.
about that.
Yeah, was on top of a wagon, and Kyle's character approached along with some bandits. The bandits kind of antagonized Zell's character. Long story short, big kerfuffle with everyone. And we overheard from. I can't remember how we overheard, but basically, we were all going on the way to Blackwell.
Mm-hmm.
Blackwell.
No worries.
This is another way streaming's good because you get to just watch back your sessions and not have to take notes.
I mean, bear in mind, just as a heads up before we carry on, that in the text channel, Luke's magical write-ups.
Yeah, I'm just looking at that now.
Yeah.
Is it all there?
Yeah. Well, no, not all of it. It's just the headlines. It's got the headlines.
Oh, cool.
So the only reason I update that is just so that there's no issues with forgetting names and place names, like things your character would definitely remember.
Yeah. Okay.
That you yourself might forget. I'm not going to punish anyone for forgetting place names.
Cool.
I'm going to punish you for a lot of stuff, but not forgetting place names. So don't worry about
that. Okay, so yeah, once the bandits were dealt with, and after Cal done the coolest moment of the game, which was catching an arrow and throwing it back to kill the final bandit, which was, I'm sorry, cool as fuck.
The coolest fucking of the game. And
yeah, we all kind of agreed. Oh, thanks, babe. Thank you. Sorry, Christina.
I love you.
Everyone says hi. We all make our way to Blackwell, and of course we first go to the tavern
called
the Gryphon's Rest, and met Helle Gryphonsbane, the titular owner.
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah, so obviously a lot of shenanigans happened there. What happened? We spoke to her about bounty that. Oh no, she spoke to Cal about a bounty that is currently ongoing. Because there's been shenanigans happening in the graveyard. Bodies being stolen from a heretic graveyard.
Yep.
And this is particularly interesting for Kyle's character. Because it's the Order, it's the Wolfman.
Order of the Wolf.
Order of the Wolf, that was it. Head that requested this bounty. So we're going to be going to suspect that because the people that we need to speak to won't be there for another couple of days. So we've got some time to kill.
Yeah.
Make over anything else that happened in the pub, or are you quite happy with it?
I think that's the headlines more or less there. I just wanted to make a point of saying, if you haven't added the money you made from the bounty that you turned in, I know it was K-Wolf that technically turned it in, but K-Wolf then gave the money, I think, if I remember correctly.
To me.
Yeah.
I have all the money.
You also made an extra, was it 75 gold or 50 gold?
I was about to say, I'll take the 75. I thought it was 50.
Made an extra 50 gold. So I'm just going to open up your sheet just now, just so I can accurately tell you how to add that to your character.
Mm-hmm.
Because, don't get me wrong, I'm a little bit less gung-ho with how much money people have. You're going to get most of your equipment by adventuring, not by buying, but still, it's good to keep a track of these things. So, Elliot, if you go into your inventory slide.
Where would I find this?
Okay, come through.
Wait, no, I think I've got it. Yep.
Okay, and you see how there's the number 19 next to like a weird sort of hexagon shape?
Yes.
See if you
It's
click
not
on
a
that.
hexagon, but yeah.
No, I mean, it's a
Yes.
square with sides going in the way.
Yep.
If you click on that and it says you've got 19 gold.
Yep.
See the bit that says GP?
Mm-hmm.
See if you add 350 to that. Add.
Doing it. I think.
Is that, you think you've done it?
369. Nice.
That's you. Okay. So you have all the party's money, right? And bear in mind, this doesn't mean it's all yours. It means it's your person. If anybody wants to spend that money, which is rightfully theirs, they do have to get it off of you. People like K-Wolf have no concept of money. People like Cal maybe don't have a concept of gold as a currency the way that you do. You're likely aware of this. You're likely aware that you might have a little bit of a cultural advantage over these people. But do with that as you please. You know, if anyone out of character has an issue with that sort of thing, we can talk about it. But right now, Ald has been entrusted with all of your money. You know what I mean?
Thanks, guys. Good decision.
The treasury of the group.
The treasurer.
The treasurer. We've got our own treasurer now.
Treasury.
110%. So, I'm
Our
just going to go
treasurer
on.
and chief stabber.
Yes.
You know what? Yeah.
That's me, guys.
The DPS fucking hero of this party.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to go reveal area. You guys have all been in these rooms here. You see me pointing on the map there.
Yep.
And have woken up this morning to, you know, a relatively
Clean the
calm. On you go. Jump yourselves into whatever beds you like. I don't
No,
mind.
actually, I'm just underneath the table.
I imagine that K-Wolf, you probably spent your whole night at the bar and just slept there.
Actually, yeah, I did actually say that at the end of the campaign that I would sleep underneath the bar.
I'm going to assume that Theodore had the large room. When you wake up in the morning and sort of all head out back to the main bar, Theodore is nowhere to be seen, but Al, he has left you an incredibly well penned, very sort of charismatically written note, effectively explaining that he's away off to bury his now fallen friend, who died at the start of the first game there. So he is gone for the duration of this game. But you guys all wake up and head back out into the bar, the tavern, first thing in the morning, and sort of food has been laid out for you at this table here by Helle and her partner here, the dark elven woman that you briefly met the other day. So food's been laid out for you. It's mostly freshly baked breads, porridge, and smoked meat. But it has been laid out for you, sort of ready for you to start your day, sort of thing. So you are all now around the table. What's the plan of action today? What are you guys planning to do?
So Cal's just like ripping apart bits of bread, dunking it in whatever kind of sauce element she can over breakfast, where it be bits of yolk or porridge or whatever. But a messy eater, and she just looks around the table and she's like, "So, we do have a job to do today. I'd rather just get started on this quicker than wait about all day. What about you guys? Do you have anything you want to get out of the way first, or?"
I am sniffling and eating food and feeding Weasel, and I'll just nod and agree.
Cool. Shall we go
Able
wake
to sort of drag yourself out from behind the bar at this point.
Oh God! What happened last night? Wait a second. we're one person down.
Hmm.
Don't tell me he
Yeah.
can't handle his drink.
No, they're away to bury the guy.
Oh yeah, bad times for that guy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he be dead.
he'd be dead. I'm just going to give you all the quick heads up just now to be prepared to go into Discord and lower the volume on the music box. I'm about to put some background music on. I know, Kyle,
Give
you've
us
already
that
done it.
ambiance.
Kyle's already done it, but you guys definitely haven't. So
Is it the beat sync thing?
Yes.
yeah, beat sync. So just put it down to like I've got mine at like 60, I think.
I've got mine at like 45, just so vocals can come through. However, the music that was being played before was a lot louder and compressed. So
Oh, baby, I love you.
yeah, 55%, in and around that.
Yeah.
It's quite a nice, in the background, unobtrusive,
Yeah, I'm setting at 60. I think that's fair enough.
fucking rocking out on that SPL.
I know. So are you guys all relatively happy then just to sort of head into town and start tracking down these people?
But before we go, can we get drinks to go?
Okay, so if you want to
Do-
head up to the bar
do-
and sort of ask them for drinks, you can.
Do you...
Can I say one thing, guys? Sorry, just out of game. It's just one thing I noticed. Everyone does it from like starting D&D, but the best bit of advice I ever got from when I started playing was see rather than saying can I go and do this, just do it, and then if it's something that can't be done, Luke will more than happily keep you straight. But yeah.
So I go up to the bar.
Yes.
And I use my druid craft to bloom a flower blossom. Oh no, that's only if there's a seed there, isn't it?
You know what? I'll allow it.
And ask the barmaiden. I bloom the flower and hand it over to the barmaiden and go, "Ah, sweet dame, would you please assist us with some takeaway mead?"
And this grizzled sort of dwarven adventurer sort of looks at the flower before her as her partner next to her, the dark elven woman, clicks her fingers and the flower sort of turns to ash immediately in your hand.
Oh.
And Helle, who you've met before, sort of smirks at you and reaches under the bar and places two like water skins with corks on the top of them in front of you, and slides them over to you and says, "It's our finest mead, just for you."
I am forever in your debt.
Yep, you fucking are. And she just sort of lets you head off it. So, nothing else you guys want to do?
Me. I have seen my beloved elf lady. I would like to go up to the bar, slap my water skin that I have on the table, push a couple of pebbles towards her, and a single piece of gold, and pointed it to be filled.
So, can you give me an insight check, please?
Yep.
Thank you.
I have 12. Do I add anything to it?
So you rolled a d20. So then what you do is you plus the skill insight. We'll say plus something.
I have 12 plus 4, so that's
So 16. So you are innately aware, right, that you as a goblin, right, are considered by the average person to be a sort of non-sentient, almost pet-like animal, like a cat. But you look at this dark elven person who was self-stylizing themselves as almost a human woman, but is a dark elven person, non-gendered being, and is looking at you knowingly. Like, I know that you are not as sort of cute and innocuous as you're trying to make yourself out to be.
Oh no.
And they sort of look at the pebbles on the bed and look at you and look at Helle. Helle sort of comes over and nudges them. And she then looks back at you and goes, "Oh, of course, little baby."
Yes!
Fills up your water skin with ale and hands it back to you. But you're aware that she is not fooled by your sort of child game.
I give her a little wink and a salute and hop back down off the bar stool.
You almost get the impression that she's not impressed by this. Like, maybe even slightly annoyed by this.
I also put gold on the table. Only
Oh
one.
no, she takes
but...
it. The gold has been taken.
Okay,
But
cool.
you get the impression that she's not really on board with this as much as her partner Helle seems to be. But you get what you want nonetheless.
Delightful. That's it.
Meg, anything you want to do in here?
Yep. Sorry, I'm just eating.
No, I get.
Yeah, so Cal's just going to be stuffing some extra food into her pockets, like either like wee bits of, if there's bits of like potato or bread or whatever, just
Yep.
into her pockets just before she goes.
Sweet, yeah. Oh,
And then
easily
that's
done. Anything else?
No, that's me.
Sweet. Okay, you guys head out into now daytime Blackwell. You guys will be up here, of course, at the Gryphon's Rest.
Mm-hmm.
The only one of you that will have any sort of inclination as to how this town is set up is K-Wolf. K-Wolf, you have been here before. You've been
Not
kicked
that I
out of this pub.
remember it.
You are a bit of a legend around these parts for being a raging alcoholic. The rest of you will have been taken down the following route, just from the door here up to this bridge, up to there, and then to the Gryphon's Rest. So you've only really seen this small area of the town, but you are aware of all of these areas. I did quite easily point out the temples here.
Yeah.
You are aware of what all these temples are, so you know where they are, you know where you're going. If you're going straight there, you are, of course, welcome to head to shops or whatever else if you so choose.
Sorry, random out of character thing. I can just see you being wiggled around on Kyle's screen.
I'm just trying to sort stuff out.
I was fucking dying.
Just my little wiggly head.
It's wiggling about.
But yeah, so are you guys just heading straight to your target, or are you going elsewhere first, or...?
We should maybe... I don't know if you guys would maybe want to take a wee wander through town, maybe ask about, see how much other people know of what's going on, and get more information before we go
Yep.
searching. Yeah, sound good?
Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drop your tokens, like for just you guys, onto the map here. Oh,
Cool.
that's the wrong tool. And you can just sort of like indicate where you're going on the map. So they should now be available to you.
Is Molly about?
I'm assuming that Molly would be kept in this sort of this little balcony thing I'm clicking on.
Okay.
She'd be under there along with Theodore's horses.
Okay.
So Molly's seems totally content there. You actually notice that Molly's being like looked after way more than the average horse is, and you imagine it's probably just because of novelty.
Right, okay.
No one's ever seen one of these things before. So she's being sort of like babied almost. You notice she's got like more hay and more water, and her stable thing is a little bit bigger than everyone else's. Like it's
Beautiful.
yeah.
I mean-
There's a degree of respect being given to Molly, I think.
Brilliant. I'm going to just nip in and just give her some of my breakfast that I had, like the wee
Molly's,
bits of bread and what?
Molly's quite happy with that. You know that from your homeland that in Como largely eat like root vegetables and
Yeah.
the really, really dense grass and stuff, like, so she's quite content to eat basically anything.
Cool. Yeah, I'm just going to feed her my wee leftover bits of breakfast and give her a wee hug. Touch her braids together.
Yeah, she's very like straight away like a headbutt and close.
Yeah.
Sort of, like always really, really happy to see you.
Aw. I'll also give some like wee leftover bits to the horses as well.
Yeah, they seem like military trained. They're very they make very little noise. They stand perfectly upright at all times. They barely look at you as you pass, but they do accept food quite readily. They don't mind being fed, but they don't really interact with you very much.
Okay, that's fine. I'll just head back out. And
Cable, if you seem to be moving about a little bit there, what are you up to?
Well, I went over just to make sure that Molly was okay because I'm very. I prefer animals over people. I'm just that type of guy. And then as I see that everything's all good, there's nothing going on wrong there. I'm just gonna head down towards Denrar's forge.
Yes.
Just to check out the wares, and I shout back to the rest of the party of going, let's check this town out. Let's rinse it for all it's got.
So, K-Wolf, you are aware just from your... you can move over that way if you like. K-Wolf, you are aware that Denrar is in fact the hobgoblin that you saw briefly last night. The one that was throwing knives at the dartboard. And
then...
Oh, carry on.
I shall turn round and go, I reckon you should take this one, goblin boy.
I was about to say that I was going to head in that exact same direction. Okay.
So, carry on.
So I have followed K-Wolf up there, and I have scuttled inside to go talk to a sweet goblin friend of mine.
So Denrar is a large hobgoblin.
Yep.
By the metric of hobgoblins, meaning he's about 5.5 feet tall, which means he's absolutely gigantic by the terms of by the measurements of hobgoblins, who normally stand about 4.5, 5 feet tall. And he's there in a very unassuming workshop, hammering away at a large piece of steel, which you identify immediately as being a sort of scythe blade. It seems as though he's making mostly farming tools. Judging by the things you see up on his walls, he does notice you coming in, but it's difficult to tell if he's looking at you because of the amount of smoke pouring out of this long pipe that hangs out of his mouth as he hammers away at this piece of steel. But eventually he does sort of turn his head fully towards you, this really long, dense mane of sort of black, almost horse hair that is his own hair, sort of like falls towards you as he looks at you. Morning.
So, I get a bit closer to him and I pull out the longsword that I picked up from the previous fight when I was scavenging about, and also my dagger that I had used to kill several people.
Yeah.
So I nervously approach him and I'm like, hello. I'm very aware that I was not very talkative when I met you last night, but I would like to take you up on the offer of blades. And I ask him if he would be willing to do some sort of trade for his services.
What have you got then?
So I lift up the longsword and offer it to him, and say to him, would this be beneficial as resources or for sale of any kind?
So this longsword is fit for human hand, someone that is size category medium. So to you, it's 2 hands to sort of hold it above your head, whereas he sort of picks it up with one hand and sort of turns it around in the light. There's only a brief, like a tiny little god ray sticking through the sort of ramshackle boards of the side of his hut that he holds it up to. So he takes the pipe out his mouth. I could sell this. What do you want in return?
So I show him my dagger, and my dagger is quite old because, again, this has been my main weapon for my entire time living by myself. And I ask him if he is able to sharpen it up, and if he has any similar, smaller tools that I could use for my adventures.
So, just out of character for a moment here, you're looking for something that your character can use, is that right?
Yeah.
Right, okay, that's fine.
I'm very interested in the scythe sickle kind of things, but I don't know if those would be a good enough weapon for me to use.
You can use a sickle as a weapon, right? A sickle is a weapon you can use.
Sick.
Okay,
Just,
awesome.
You have to bear in mind, right, that this is something your character would inherently know, so I'm not just saying this as like meta. A sickle is no better than a dagger, except for the fact that it is slashing and not piercing.
Absolutely. That is exactly what I need.
You want one?
Yep.
Okay.
I would
So
like my
he's-
dagger fixed up and a sickle.
He looks at you holding this long sword in his hand. It's relative, and you can tell by the way he's looking at it that this is a genuinely decent piece of equipment, a piece of military-grade equipment. Long swords aren't just given to anybody. They're genuinely good weapons. It's like, you know, an assault rifle versus a concealed carry pistol. You've handed him a piece of military weaponry, and he's looking at it, and he looks at you and your dagger and the various farming tools that he has on the wall, and sort of like hands you the sword back and says, I could buy this sword off of you for 15 gold and give you a sickle if you like.
Okay. So I say to him, yes, that I'm interested, but if the 15 gold would pay for my dagger being able to have some slight fixing now, like not anything crazy, just some simple sharpening.
Yeah.
Hey, can I interject and just to try and so my character would know this area quite well and would know the sort of trading amounts of what would be a fair trade for these types of weapons because I've got multiple different ones. Can I use my wisdom to work out if that's a fair trade or not?
You don't have to.
Nice.
Hearing these prices, you're not only aware that these are good prices, you're aware that these are incredibly generous prices. You imagine that they're being given because of the sort of bias towards other goblins.
I'm sexy as fuck.
You hear what's being said, and you almost sort of poke your head in to go, "Are you fucking serious?" Because Ard is being effectively given this sickle and sharpening and whatever else for nothing.
So I'm just going to cheekily interject and say, can you do anything to upgrade these hand axes?
He sort of looks at you, K-Wolf, and looks back at Ard and says in Goblin...
Before he says this, I would like to kind of like half turn and side eye K-Wolf and then look back up at the Goblin, slightly like, bro.
I'm too drunk to even realize what's going on here. I've just seen an opportunity to get cheap prices.
He looks at you, Ard, and just says, "You pick funny friends."
I rub my temples and look up at him, and I'm just like, yeah.
And he takes the dagger from you, and hands you a sickle, takes the longsword from you, steps up from his stool and goes around the back of where he was working into a sort of small kind of off room where you notice there's a bedroll and things like that. Comes back out with 15 gold coins, counts them out on top of the anvil, then hands them to you. If you come back in an hour, your dagger will be sharp.
So, I would also like to whip out a little trinket that I've kept myself. It is my mother's wedding ring. In several experiences, whilst I've been heading on this journey, it has gotten a bit bent and dirty, and I hand it to him with, I don't know, like 5 bits of gold, and ask if he's able to very carefully look after it and clean it. And maybe shape it again.
He takes it off you and sort of looks at it once again in the light, sort of like squinting his eyes at it, and places it onto a small spike next near his anvil on a workbench, and stands up and presses both of his thumbs on top of it, and he gently applies his weight to the gold ring, sort of slowly pushes it down this cone, and then hands it back to you, now sort of perfectly circular again. And sort of hands it back to you, like, these things happen with soft metals.
I have a question for, like, goblin stuff. So, would the wrist of a hobgoblin be anything compared to my fingers? Well, no, would a finger of a hobgoblin be anything compared to my wrist? Sorry.
Yeah, a hobgoblin is to you sort of what an average teenage boy is to like a toddler.
Delightful. I will very tightly try and squeeze it over my little hand and put it back on my wrist.
Yeah, and it fits totally fine.
Delightful. I will thank him and tell him that I shall be back soon. And if there would be any chance he could maybe help my, with quotation marks, I will do it, friend.
Strange friend.
Yes.
He sort of chuckles at the prospect, and then sort of waves towards the door, sort of ushering you in, K-Wolf.
Ah.
To take your axes off you. I will sharpen these for you and return them post haste.
Thank you.
And
would you like a wee bit of mead?
No, thank you.
At this point, I'm outside.
No, you're lost. Pop the cork.
He's deathly hungover and cannot handle it anymore.
You know, it's you need to get back into it if you want to stay off it.
Leave me now, I have work to do. And sort of ushers you out the door. Cal, have you got anything you want to do in here? Sorry, I notice you're standing around.
Yeah, Cal obviously just she just starts seeing like farming tools kind of scattered around the walls or wherever, and she just piques interest, and she's just kind of just keeping an eye out to see if there's any sort of like. Oh, sorry, just finished for dinner. Keeping an eye out to see if there's any sort of like. She's looking for like a kind of Kama style.
Okay. So, 2 seconds. So, yeah, sort of like a hand sickle. It's almost like a sort of axe. Yeah. There's tools that match that description. Ard definitely left with one of those.
Okay.
You notice that the sickles that Denrar is making are of a sort of style that you haven't ever seen before.
Right.
And they are very Kana-esque. A lot of the stuff that goblinoids make are of what we, as you and me, Meg, would call sort of Japanese-ish style.
Ooh.
Their swords are a bit katana-y, their sickles are a bit kama-y, things like that. So you notice that they're all a little bit oddly shaped, but seem to serve a similar purpose.
Okay.
But there's several of them.
Yeah, okay. She's just gonna inquire about, have a look along the wall and just be like, so, these are kind of funky designs that you're doing here. Mind if I have a wee try? A wee hold of one of them?
He's sort of like now at his grindstone, sort of grinding away on one of Cable's axes. Sort of looks at you and says, "I couldn't stop you if I tried, large one. Carry on."
Okay, she just kind of reaches out for one of them. One that she just assumes looks the coolest.
Yep.
And just kind of holds out her hand and just sort of does the same as what Ard does and just pulls out the long sword she picked up along the way. And just can I trade this for...
Give me a... While you're up there, seeing as you're sort of tall enough, Cal, can you give me a perception check, please?
2 seconds, I forgot my dice.
Fuck's sake.
I had also done that when we started. I was like rummaging my bag, freaking out about it. I was like,
I was in this, and then I had to try and pull out like a D6, and I'm like, fucking what?
Luckily, they were just behind me. Okay. Perception. That is not that good. 8.
Was that, sorry?
8.
8, yeah. You as you're holding this one Kama sickle in your hand and sort of weighing it up and giving it a wee test swing, you're looking at the other ones on the wall going, have I just picked up one that's normal? Have I picked up a good one? I don't know. And sort of, you can't tell, sort of looking at all the other ones, if there's anything special about anything, if the one you're holding special. They're all pretty decent sickles, they're farming tools. And he sort of looks at you, and while he's grinding away at this axe, sort of one hand grinding this axe, working the pedal, and he sort of turns round and reaches out and holds up this longsword and sighs loudly like, I'm going to be bankrupt after this. And says, same deal as your friend, 15 gold, and I'll give you the sickle for free.
Brilliant.
Excuse me. And he goes into the back and he produces another 15 gold, and you're allowed to keep the sickle that you're holding as he takes the longsword from you. If both of you take a wee second just to add 15 gold and a sickle to your inventories.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll just pocket the gold this time since it's not a bag.
Totally. Yeah.
Where would I add a sickle?
So you go into your inventory and there'll be a wee search bar type thing.
Yeah.
You type in sickle. And then just add to equipment or backpack. It doesn't matter. I don't really keep track of these things.
What the fuck's a moonsicle?
A moonsicle?
Moonsicle?
Moonsicle.
A type of ice cream from the 80s?
Have you got it, Elliot?
I'm trying to. Hold on, give me a second. I'm dyslexic. I can't spell sickle.
I'm not trying to rush you. I was just making sure that you had it.
Spell sickle.
It's with an I, not a Y.
S-I-C-A-L-E.
Okay, I got it. I'm done. So is it just the normal top sickle?
Just the one that hasn't got anything added to it, just the word sickle.
Okay. Does it matter which bit I add it to?
Nope, doesn't matter. Just as long as you can equip it, it doesn't matter.
And then you said 15 gold as well.
15 gold as well. Cal, I'm assuming you got that already.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
Delightful.
Again, these things will become much easier with practice. Don't worry about keeping track of it so much. If I feel like you're missing something that you should have, I'm always happy to add it. So don't worry too much. This isn't.
I think I had picked up some rations when I was fiddling about and stuff, but I don't know whether it was added or not.
Rations. I'm going to be honest with you. Keep this to yourself, and also
Yes.
the same thing. I don't really keep track of rations.
Oh my god! You disgust me.
If you're in a situation
Fire
where
this man.
if you're in a situation where you really need to be like in a survival mode, I will keep before you go into it. I will keep track of how many rations you've got, and I'll allow you to retroactively buy rations. But everyday encounters, I don't keep track of them because you're going to end up with a lot, like a huge surplus of rations. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't worry too much. They're very cheap. They're very easy to find. I don't I'm not going to punish people for not remembering to pick them up. Anyway, moving on. K-Wolf and Ard, while Cal was doing that, I noticed you moved over towards a herbalist.
Yes.
Okay, so K-Wolf would be aware that this is a herbalist. You would not.
Would I not? Okay.
Yeah, you've never been here before, Ard.
Is there no giant sign that says herbalist? On the door?
None that you recognise, no.
Okay.
You notice a house with a lot of plants outside of it.
Yes.
I'm willing to let you do a nature check, if you like.
Yes, I would love to.
Okay.
I got a nat 20 plus whatever it is.
I take back everything I said. You are instantly aware that, judging by the way these plants are growing and the patterns that they're growing in, as in like this next to this next to this, they could not be growing that way without professional hand guiding them to do that. Some of the plants that you see growing outside of the view of everybody, are incredibly rare and expensive.
Delightful.
And if you so like, you could take some clippings of them and no one would notice.
Oh, you're trying to tempt me. Okay, I have a little nosy and a rummage around, and I would like to do a check to make sure no one is watching me.
Okay, make a perception check, please, with advantage.
Okay, I got 14 with my +4.
Okay, now roll it again.
I got another 14 with my +4.
18, yeah, you're fairly certain that no one around here is concerned about what you're doing.
Can
No one
I
can see you.
aid in that by drunkenly falling over in the street, making a commotion?
You are now certain that the people who may now be looking out of their houses are looking at K-Wolf lying in the snow.
I quickly whip out my sickle that I had tucked just into my waistband, and I snip a couple of the things in front of me. Tuck them in my pocket and go to knock and enter the shop herbalist building thing.
The front door is open. You've managed to snatch these from underneath a sort of windowsill. Because you're so short, you just walked underneath the windowsill and snipped these clippings off, and there's no way anyone could have seen you do it.
Delightful.
Confident in your subterfuge, you head into the hut of herbalism. Now, inside this small hut that it contains a large sort of bouquet of random sort of floral scents, a lot of rosemary, a lot of sort of herbs that you would use for cooking. But you and your sort of well-attuned senses towards herbs and magical plants can also sense a little delicate little touch of magical components, things that the layperson doesn't know about or could not use properly, but you sense it. And as you sort of head towards the middle of the shop, out from behind a human-sized counter, maybe 4.5 feet off the ground, this person of similar size to you pops up first above the counter and then below the counter and then out the side to meet you. They're also about 3.5 feet tall, covered in dense sort of like almost raccoon hair.
Sweet Jesus.
Sort of goblin sized but humanoid in proportions. It's like a little tiny person, 3 feet tall, 3.5 feet tall, covered in hair, large, sticking out, sort of almost pointy rabbit ears, and large, sort of the sort of a slow lotus eyes.
Delightful.
A little tiny toothy mouth, holding a potted plant in their hand as they sort of meet your gaze directly and go, "Ah! Sorry, I didn't expect to see another small person here."
I too get taken aback by the small person and kind of like jump back, but immediately see the potted plant in their hands and rush up to go look at it.
Yeah, you come up across this potted plant, and as you sort of get within arm's reach of it, they sort of pull it away and look at you, and then slowly put it back in front of you.
I would like to touch the plant.
For a moment, with this sort of large, sprouting, almost Napa cabbage-looking plant on the end of a stem that sticks out of the soil in this little clay pot, and they hold it up towards you, and you both sit for a moment, and you feel this strange warmth radiating off of the plant.
I rummage around in my backpack to pull out a little tiny sketchbook that I have with a drawing I'd done of something that looks very similar to this plant.
Okay.
And I ask, do you know what this is?
The being in front of you. Also, can you give me a nature check while we're doing this, please?
Yep, I have a 13 plus 9.
Christ. The being in front of you is what is called in this setting, I'm going to type this in at the group chat just so we can see it as well, is what is called a savage wilder. Now, wilders are my analogue in this setting for halflings. There are two kinds. There are savage and meadow wilders, or wilders. The savage ones live out in the woods and are generally feral, and the meadow ones are just hobbits, like Lord of the Rings hobbits, who live outside of cities and do a lot of the farming and stuff, but they're all sort of like quote-unquote subhumans that are subjugated by human society. To see a savage wilder within the walls of a town is incredibly rare, but so is also seeing a goblin within the walls of a city, so it's all a little bit strange. This plant that is in front of you, it doesn't have a name, nor is it recorded anywhere. You know from your drawings and the drawing that you're looking at, that you've done, this is some sort of mutant, sort of, like, it's been created by someone else. It's not natural. This is a sort of mutated plant, you know what I mean?
Yep.
And they sort of hold it out, they look at the drawing and then look at you almost sort of like worried, like large sort of like scared looking eyes, and they look at you a little bit worried and then look back at the plant and say, do you know what this is?
Do I know what this is? I don't know.
You don't, you have no idea.
I will shake my head, but very lovingly look at the plant and say that I want it. Not in like an aggressive way, in a nice and gentle way.
They sort of pull out a little tiny knife, like just on the inside of their finger, and they cut off one large outer leaf.
Fuck yeah!
Hand it to you. This leaf is about the size of both of your chests. And they hand it to you. It's got like a big giant kite almost. And you gain the equivalent of 1 potion of minor healing.
Yes! Okay. So I say thank you.
Before you carry on, what are you two? And okay, well, if you came in with Ard at this point in time, what are you doing?
Oh, I'm still out in the street, and from inside Near's hut of herbalism, you can just hear like the muffled sound of, "Oh, baby, I love your ways."
That great bardic song.
I'm just singing the old tales of old, lying in the snow, just chilling.
I'm okay with that. At this point in time, obviously, Cal, you would still be in doing your weapon exchange. So, sorry, carry on, Ard.
Okay, can I, before I continue with the next bit, am I able to do like a little perception check or nature check to figure out what the plants were that I pinched in the first place?
Okay, give me a nature check.
I got a 16 plus 9.
Yeah, so you're aware that these plants are purely decorative, and they're very popular among nobles and artisans, and as much as they don't have any sort of alchemical use, they are worth quite a lot of money when it comes to the right buyer. Nobles and artisans tend to like these things and would buy them fresh off of you for 20 gold.
Okay.
You as a druid have the means of keeping these things fresh for indefinitely, so you can get the right person at some point for.
Did I specify how much I took of
You
them?
took 20. You took 20 gold worth.
Okay. I would like to pull out some of them that I took. Maybe
Okay.
like, I don't know, 1/3 of the ones that I took.
Okay.
And very sheepishly hand them back over to the person and apologize.
All right. Okay.
And explain that I hadn't seen these in a while, and I am sorry for taking them due to their generosity of giving me the leaf that they gave me, and said I'm not very good at not being honest.
Give me a deception check, please.
Oh, this could literally fail you in this entire by
So,
just about doing the right thing.
I am so aware of this. I got a 12 plus 3.
You get like the herbalist sort of looks at the flowers in your hand and sort of pulls down a large pair of sort of goggle-like glasses to sort of investigate them further and takes them off you. Thank you for being honest, but I don't need these. And sort of gives them back to you, and then sort of takes. You notice quite like suddenly a bit more protective of it. Sort of takes the plant back into her arms and sort of retreats away and puts it back behind the counter.
So I would like to follow them and put my hand on their shoulder, and I want to ask for some specific herbs or things that they have in there.
What exactly are you looking for?
So I want to look for a plant that helps hangovers to pay back my hobgoblin friend.
Okay. So do you ask for that specifically? Is that what you're asking for?
No, I want to tap her first to get her attention because she's obviously.
Yeah. She sort of turns round like when she's put the plant away. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, what do you want? Kind of thing.
So I say to her, I would like something to help with heavy headaches from the tavern. And see what she says to that first.
She sort of laughs and goes under the bar and produces this small potion, little sort of it's almost clear, if not slightly murky looking, like murky grey, and places it on the counter and sort of laughs and says, "This is a digestive potion. It might not be nice, but it does help with hangovers." Elliot has muted himself for some reason.
Sorry, I don't know why they did that. I ask for 2 of them.
She produces 2 of them.
Delightful. I would also like to ask for plants that may help with like cuts and wounds.
You asking for some kind of healing kit?
Kind of, yeah. I want a basic healing kit.
Effectively, you can purchase what is. Let me just double check. 'Cause it's been a while since I've played as a character that has the healer feat. Oh, there we go. Healers kit 5e. You can you can buy a thing called a healers kit.
Yep.
That is something you can just type into your inventory, and they cost 5 gold each.
I will take. Wait, how many is in the party? 1, 2, 3, 4. I
You'll be
will
able to-
take.
a regular healer's kit gives you about 10 uses.
Oh.
One kit.
I will take 1 kit then.
Okay, so just take 5 gold out of inventory and put. Kit.
Delightful. I would also like to. I don't know if I probably have to do a perception check or something for this. So, am I aware of what K-Wolf is?
No, there's no way you could be aware of it.
Damn it! Okay, right, that's fine. I would like to like have some sort of like calming herb as well. If that's
She
the thing.
sort of roots around and give me another nature check, please.
Oh damn! I got an 8 plus whatever my number is. I'm in my inventory right now, so I'm not sure what it is.
You still got like +9.
Okay.
You get the impression that she's basically someone that sells, like minor alchemical herbs and teas and things like that. She's not the kind of person that's going to have something like that level that you're looking for.
Okay, that's fine. Okie dokie. Actually,
you
does
done?
she have any lavender? I'll take some lavender if she's got
Does have
lavender.
which is freely available, that she sort of just like ushers you toward as someone she recognizes as being in the same craft as her.
Delightful. That is all I want. All
Excellent.
I need.
Anyone else got anything they want to do? Anyone? No. Yes,
I'm gonna finally get up out of the snow, dust myself off, and walk into the hut of herbalism.
Yep.
And walk in and just ask across the counter if they have any seeds.
What kind of seeds?
Vines or something that could potentially be dangerous if it were left to grow over a long period of time.
Yes, we have lots of those. Why?
Oh, I just want to wall off a garden of very exotic plants and ward off any invasive species.
Can you give me a deception check?
Knew that was coming.
Do it with advantage. I did enjoy that there, so do it with advantage.
So that's 13.
Did you roll it? Alright.
Yeah. So that's 13 with the added deception on charisma.
Yeah, but so when you roll with advantage, you roll the d20 twice, and you take the highest first. Sorry, I didn't explain that. I assumed that.
22.
22, yeah. So that she sort of nods as you're speaking, like, yes, that makes a lot of sense. Yes, I've had similar problems myself. And she sort of produces several bags of seeds and lays them on lays the burlap sack on the counter.
Yep.
Sort of pushes towards you, like, with the right touch, you can make these into anything you like.
Can I jump in for a second? I would like to clarify, I'm still in shop. I also have all the gold, so I don't know if I need to give any to him, so I'm just going to be there in case this is necessary.
Okay.
Yeah, so from that, I'm going to have a look at the different seeds, and using passive perception or passive insight, can I work out what each one does?
It's very difficult to, at this point in time, sift through several bags of seeds and figure out their exact innate properties.
Yeah.
You're also aware that what this person is implying is that if you have access to magic, you can make these seeds do certain spell effects.
Yeah.
But you're not being sold a bag of magical seeds that inherently do things.
Oh, I just need to know what they grow into, or if, for example, if there's anything that's toxic or anything that can slow down or entangle things.
Yeah, nothing like that here. These seeds are all mundane and grow things like they grow marigolds, and they grow bluebells, and they grow flowers.
So it's for...
This isn't that kind of herbalist. You become acutely aware.
Yeah, at that point, I'm sort of just go, how much for the lot?
Sort of looks at the bundle, and you can tell just by looking at her that she's a little bit flustered by the question, and she sort of spurts out, 5 gold?
I'll turn around and go, can I get a small cut of that bounty? I've seem to have left my wallet underneath my pouch of gold underneath the bar.
It's a wallet now, mate. You've done it now.
Okay, it's a wallet. I've left my wallet
I
underneath the
will-
bar.
Rub my brow and sigh and pull out 6 gold and hand it to him.
Okay.
I'll just nudge him and sort of behind my hand, sort of go, I can grow these immediately and we can make a quick buck if you want that.
I just pat him on the wherever I can touch.
You are acutely aware that whatever he's suggesting you can do, you can already do several hundred times better.
I don't know how tall I am compared to him, but I'll just pat his leg or something.
He is suggesting using Vedic magic to sort of like manufacture seeds.
Delightful.
You can already do this pretty well.
Yeah.
So yeah, you have 6 gold. Do you buy the seeds?
I buy the seeds for 5.
Okay. Yeah, you have a bag of seeds in 1 gold.
And as I go to leave the shop, just in a very classy way, I flick the final coin over to the teller and go, keep the change, and walk out.
Sort of catches it like this, like somebody would catch it.
In fact, by doing so, it actually becomes dangerous for the character. I have no understanding of just how small this character is. My spatial awareness is somewhat off due to my imbibement.
I would be standing there. You go to the toilet.
He's having a shit. This is where in the live stream I shove my microphone under the door as he's pissing.
Oh
And,
yeah, we can get the
yeah.
ASMR. DM ASMR.
Oh yeah. Nasty time.
The Massar. It sounds like Slovakian or something. The Massar.
A little bit. I'll give you that.
I'm gonna, whilst he's doing that, I'm gonna nip and grab some drinks. I shall be back.
Delightful. I will just
probably before him.
Yeah, probably. Luke is having coffee emergencies. Don't mind him.
Holy my butthole.
Ah, he's bald.
Oh, we got back at the same time.
Elliot, are you on the pan right now?
What? No.
Oh, I thought you went to the toilet after me there. I thought you were like
Who's-
on the kettle.
No, I was just
Okay.
dancing outside the toilet.
Are they okay? we have clearly bored Meg to death, who only plays D&D so she can battle things.
Sorry, here's an ASMR drink break.
Is that a wee innocent gunner spy there, Kyle?
No, it's a Morpheus.
Oh, I see. I've got a wee Kyle.
Do you know? We got a wee Kyle.
Wee Kyle can.
You make that sound. To be honest, the only reason I drink Innocent Gun at rehearsals is because they don't refrigerate the Guinness at that corner shop. But do you not think that the Murphy's thing looks like the Ferrari logo?
It does a wee bit, because I spied it in Malone's a couple of days ago and I was like, what the fuck is that?
It looks like a car manufacturer. Like, don't drink and drive, Murphy's.
Murphy's.
Morpheus.
I almost died from choking on an M&M. Please help me.
Minum, boop, boop, boop. Minum, boop, boop, boop.
Oh, nice bedroom, Elliot.
Thanks. Mine would be nicer.
Absolutely pimping.
Look at those tapestries.
Oh, do you guys want to see this? Hold on.
£300 worth of tapestries right now.
It's not
I'm
going
sitting-
as fast as I would like it to.
Sitting flank 5 out. £3,000 worth of nerd shit. But forget about that for a moment.
Yeah, I'm gonna. If we're gonna do the full party showing thing, I'm thinking each one of us at the bottom of the screen,
Yes.
and this type of thing.
I
But
think,
have
see,
name tags underneath
those
for both the
two,
character and.
and then just the screen the way that it is right now for you, that actually looks great.
Yeah, I think that would be quite a nice sort of amalgamation of the two. If people share their stat sheets, I can actually switch between them on the Discord. So-
You should be able to actually see their sheets just on D&D Beyond.
Oh, then I can switch between them. Cool.
See if you go back to the campaign.
Yeah. Hold on. Where's campaign? What? Oh, here. Doop.
Yeah, go to your account settings and go to the campaign. You should actually be able to go between both their sheets.
Oh,
What
yeah.
I can do is as well. If we're actually
Yeah.
properly wanting to stream this, I'll actually bring my decent like phone stand and stuff.
Right.
Lights.
So what I'll do is, as you are chatting about things that you're going to be getting, I'll have a look at what the actual meanings are of them, just so we've got, just so it's sort of more interactive as people are playing.
Yeah, but I think you know, like we've done the herbalism part now.
Mhm.
We should be. I think we're moving on with the quest
Yeah.
now. Yeah, what you've come out? You've come out the forge. Meanwhile, they've been doing all the fucking nerd shit with the plants. Which you clearly you've been sort of like, let's get this quest done.
Well, actually, before I came out the forge, I was just going to double check with the guy. What was his name again?
Denrar.
Denrar. Did
Yep.
we ask him last night about any of the shenanigans that's been happening with?
Yeah, he did, and he once again was very much like, yeah, the Wolf Temple was blaming the church are blaming the
Right,
mages.
Okay,
You know-
so we've asked him. Okay.
Yeah. Everyone's kind of blaming each other, and there's no real evidence either way of who's done anything. You know.
Okay. So Cal's going to come out here, and what she's going to do is just look around, like have a wee look around. Obviously, she knows that the temple is kind of like over, like temples are over this way.
Yeah.
She's looking for sort of like, if it's like scuff, drag marks, sort of like anything suspicious on the ground, like just as she's walking around.
It's sort of it's difficult to tell. I won't take a check there because it's difficult to tell. This is sort of the main road and the only road in and out of the town.
Yeah.
So even this early in the morning, it's difficult to tell because this is sort of the main throughway for everybody coming in and out of Blackwell. So if there was any drag marks, things like that, they have sort of been destroyed just by people coming in and out, carriages coming in and out, wagons, XYZ. So it's difficult to. There's no real way to tell just based on the road.
Okay. Even off the main sort of part of the road, there's no like
Yeah. Nothing that would suggest anything that's untoward just by looking at it. No.
Okay. Okay, no worries. I'll go into the shop and get these guys in and be like, anything else you want to do, or should we?
Your mom's coming to drag you out the shop.
I know, literally.
Yeah, I've actually mistakenly walked back in, realizing that my health is currently not at full capacity.
Sorry, your health is at full because you've long rested. So
Oh.
I forgot to.
All right.
I
Cool.
totally forgot to say this at the start of the game. My apologies, everybody. Everybody
Actually,
gets
forgot to say to you as well, because I long
Yeah,
rested and I was like,
everybody gets a long rest. You all had a full night's sleep. You all get a long rest. everything in your character sheet is full again. Everything is set back to full, so you all have a long rest.
How much time has passed of us being in the herbal shop and doing all the other stuff? Because he said an hour to me for my
Since you
dagger.
woke up.
No. Since I did all the stuff at the Hobgoblin shop.
Oh yeah, like what? This has all been in the matter of like half an hour. Why?
Because I need to go back and get my dagger.
Oh yeah, no, you've not had enough time to get your
Okay.
weapons back. No, absolutely not.
Delightful.
Yeah. You
Cool.
still don't have your weapons back yet. No.
I have my sickle. That's fine.
Yeah, the sickle that you bought, yeah, but you don't have your original weapons back yet.
That's fine. Cool.
Because I know this place, do I know where sells potions?
It would be the hut that you were just in.
Ah. How much are potions?
What are you looking for?
Because the way I was rolling in the last campaign, I need them.
What are you looking for? Health potions?
Health potions.
2 seconds till I get the.
I mean, I did just get 2 healing kits. Not that that's what you're wanting, but not 2.
You can get
It's just I've got
The,
none in my.
the shopkeeper has a single potion of healing that they're willing to sell you for 2 gold.
And I sort of end up turning around and going, "Can you cover this, please?"
I pull out the 2 gold and gently go pass it to the delightful herbalist person. Instead of throwing it.
Yep, that was my bad. That was my
They
bad.
take it and they give you the potion.
Thank you. I will pass it to K-Wolf, and I will very politely say thank you and ask them their name because we don't know their name yet.
I'm Neo.
How do we spell this?
On the map, NYR.
Nice.
Okay, so K-Wolf, you can add a potion of healing to your inventory. Cal, what are you doing in the meantime?
So, Cal, before she left the shop, she just kind of said to them, like, I'm just going to head round the temples. So she's on her way, whether they catch up with her, depending on how long they take.
Probably not. Just you fold John ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, she's just going to head to the Wolf Temple.
Okay, so you pass by the Chapel of Ateus and the Mages College, and they're both like doors open, people coming in and out, not super busy, but populated. The Wolf Temple not only looks closed, but looks like abandoned almost. Its large stained glass windows are boarded up from the inside, so you can still see the stained glass paneling, but you can't see past it. You know what I mean? They're boarded from the inside.
Okay.
So not to protect the glass, as it normally would be, but to protect whatever's inside. You get to the front door, and it has been boarded up as well. Give me what's your passive perception, sorry?
Passive perception? 13.
So you can tell that from the way that it's boarded up, that even from a distance, just glancing at it, it's boarded up in a way to make it look like the door's not functional, but the door can be opened.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It can still be operated, but it's been boarded up almost to deter people from trying to.
Okay. I'll just give a knock at the door anyway. Just a big, 3 big, boom, boom,
Yeah. And the doors rattle, again, confirming that they are locked, but operational. They can be opened, but they are locked. As you knock them, you feel the sort of resistance from a bolt lock from the inside.
Yeah.
And with a passive perception 13, you do hear, as you knock on them, a growling. Not necessarily aggressive growling, but the sound of a dog almost. Sort of becoming aware of your presence, but nothing happens as K-Wolf and Arb approach from the back. K-Wolf, can you give me a perception check with advantage, please? So again, you roll the d20.
First roll
twice,
16, second roll 6. So
Yeah, so
16.
you take the highest one, 16. Plus whatever you get. 2 perception?
5 perception.
So yeah, so 16 plus 5, 21.
Oh, no, it's 16 altogether. That's...
Altogether, sorry.
yeah.
Oh, that's fine.
That was
It's high enough. It's still high enough. Sorry, that's my bad. Yeah, so with the 16, you were aware that the growling that you hear from behind the door is the growling of a wolf, and it is not aggressive growling.
Mm-hmm.
It is a growling to make someone aware of something. You can't speak to animals, but you understand roughly the intonation of wolves and the noises they make. And this is a growling a wolf would be making to make its pack aware of something. I.e., you deduce the knocking at this door.
And I turn around to them and go, yeah, there's probably going to be more than just that one wolf in there. He's chatting to his pack.
What do you mean, wolf?
Well, it's that growling you can hear is, well, it's a wolf. Probably to guard the inside.
Right.
Because I know this this temple, am I already aware of another entrance?
So, give me a religion check, please, K-Wolf, with advantage again.
So that is 9 and 14.
14. So you grew up worshipping a wolf god as part of a wolf pack. You're aware that as much as this is also a wolf temple, it's not the same religion as you. It is another religion that worships a wolf god. You're not sure about the specifics of this one, but you know that it's different. They just happen to also worship some sort of canine wolf deity, but it's not the same as yours. And from that, you can't really infer anything extra, you know? You don't have any specialism in this temple. It's very different from your religion.
Is this the Catholic and Protestant version of the wolf religions?
It's more like Catholic and like Sunni Muslim or something. Like it's completely different.
Right. So it's properly different, not just.
Yeah, it's like Catholic Hinduism. You know what I mean? It's way off. Right?
Cal's just going to just like kind of soften her voice a bit, like just assuming that the kind of growls are just kind of. They're just kind of murmuring towards each other then, and just kind of getting themselves a wee bit riled up. She's going to be like, look, we're not here to cause harm. We've been sent here by Helle to help you guys out. We heard there's been some stuff happening. We can leave if you want, but we're here to help.
Hey Wolf, the growling, again, in your deft ear for these things, sort of softens slightly, and you hear several sort of little chittering sounds that would indicate that the wolves, plural, behind the door are almost communicating with each other in a way that you like whispering to each other. You know what I mean? You can't infer the exact meaning of what they're saying, but you understand that the wolves behind the door are talking to each other. And Ard, suddenly you hear quite forcefully spoken a command that you recognize instantly as being in Druidic, a secret language that only you and other druids speak. Which effectively equates to the dog heel. And then suddenly K-Wolf and Cal and Ard, you all hear the what sounds like several dogs skittering away from the door as the large bolt that Cal you felt locking the door sort of clicks open, and the door very gently creaks open, allowing the three of you in to the temple.
Yay.
Now, as you enter the temple, it looks like a sort of large abandoned church. All of you sort of recognize this scene as this was once a temple to something else, and it is now all of its sort of reliefs that were on the wall, large sort of animal figures, have been torn off and rebuilt and torn off and rebuilt several times. the point where it's almost impossible to infer what this temple was once for, beyond whatever nebulous wolf god is now worshipped here. Where there used to be pews and seats, there are now large sort of stacks of like bundles rough of cloth and hay and other sort of insulating materials, where it's clear that the large number of wolves, 10 plus wolves that are inside this building, occupy. At where there used to be an altar sits a lone, very short, very, very skinny, half-elven woman, sort of draped in nothing but her long, dense mane of grey hair. As she turns to you and looks at the three of you as you walk in, still speaking in Druidic, she casts watchful, bright yellow eyes across the three of you. Why have you come here?
We are looking for Cass.
So none of you understand this except Al.
Oh, that's right. Sorry. I.
No. I appreciate the energy, but
Okay, so I think we've all mutually come to the consensus that Cal is probably the main leader kind of figure of the group. So I would like to tug on her and beckon her down to explain what has been said.
Okay. If you want to do that, Cal, you can now sort of respond to that.
Cal just kind of looks at Ard and then looks towards the tiny woman, kind of talking between both of them, saying, "We're looking for Cass. Helle had told us about the bounty."
K-Wolf, as this interaction is happening, could you give me another nature check, please?
Nature check.
With advantage, please.
Where are you? So a 9. 9.
As the sort of diminutive half-elven woman, the only reason you can tell she's half-elven, despite the fact that she has large ears and sort of elven features, is that she looks old. She looks wrinkled. She looks like she's aged like a human. Mm-hmm. And as you all know, elves do not age physically, which is why she's clearly half-elven. She sort of looks at you, Ard, expectantly, as you then describe what you're saying to Cal, and Cal then speaks to her. She sort of spits loudly on the ground, and the wolves around you all sort of growl and go up in their hackles a little bit. And K-Wolf, you get the impression that immediately this woman is in full control of all of these wolves. Like they aren't like pets that she kind of manages. These wolves are like almost like
part
like
of her pack.
Yeah, she is the immediate alpha, the immediate controller of all these wolves. For her to spit on the ground and for them to immediately become defensive is borderline magical. Not magical, but very, very close to it. It's very unsettling to see. As she sort of says once again in Druid, "Our tongue is wasted on you," and then looks to Cal and sort of clears her throat. "I am the Cass of which you seek. What do you need?"
We're just here to help you out. Like, Helle gave us the oversight of the overview of what's been happening around here, but it'd be good to hear from yourself, like, a little bit. Do you have any more like information we can go on before we go out searching? Is there anyone? Do you have any clues as to who could be doing this, why they could be doing it, etc.?
She sort of steps off of the wee elevated platform that she's talking to you from, out of this sort of glare from various broken boards sort of pointing towards her where an altar used to be, and sort of points roughly in the general direction through the walls to the Chapel of Ateus that you just passed on the way here. "They come to our lands and desecrate our holy places and tell us we are heretics. They steal our bodies for their experiments and for their horrible witchcrafts. and blame us for all of their wrongdoings. Why do you come here in search of our defilers when they are here in the chapel of your gods?
What do you mean experiments? Why would they be doing experiments?
And she sort of stops for a second. Can you all give me insight checks, please?
Oh, natty 20.
Ah,
25.
I got 18 plus 4.
nat
17.
20. Yeah, you all did really well. She sort of stops when she's saying this, and when you question her, Cal, she sort of stops and she looks this way towards, through a window, the Mages College. It says, the Order of Ateus and their silly war with the Mages College. They proclaim one another to help people, but they do horrible medical experiments on the bodies of the dead.
Oh, necromancers on our hands, have we?
They are all necromancers in our eyes, Wolfkin. We leave the dead to die. The Chapel of Ateus wants to heal them. The Mages College want to turn them into something more. I do not know who has dug up these graves and conducted these vile experiments, but one of them has.
Yeah.
Great man once said, sometimes dead's better.
I agree.
Right. So are we going to go and investigate these heathens?
Yeah, we definitely should. Let's maybe have a wee look at the graves that they were robbed from. See if there's anything.
Then I just do a quick whisper of, can you distract this one for a second so I can have a quick wee look around to see if there's anything we're missing here?
I will distract.
You want to distract. Okay, how are you going to distract this woman and her 10 wounds?
I would like to get a bit closer to her and
Okay.
speak in Druidic to
Uh-huh.
her, and apologize for disappointing her or offending her in any way, and ask her if there is anything that she wouldn't want the others to know that may give me some more insight, if there's anything that I can help her with specifically to do with it.
Give me a persuasion check, please, Alt.
Okay. I got a 15 plus 3.
Okay. She sort of, you can tell that she goes to immediately sort of usher the wolves to push you out the room, and then stops and watches you approach, and almost like a conductor sort of moves them out the way and allows you to approach her and speak in Druidic, to which she then pushes the wolves down almost with magic and listens to you speak and ushers you closer to her. As you approach, you notice that she's maybe 5'2", quite short, and sort of but still leans down to you and speaks to you and says, as much as we hate the children of Ateus, the Mages College are much worse. Don't you agree?
I nod, and ask what her opinion is of this and why.
She sort of looks again, like almost kind of over your shoulder to the other two members of your party, and then puts a hand behind your head, sort of pulls you in.
Ooh, saucy.
I give her a smooch. No, I'm joking. I didn't get it.
You just see several wolves just leaping on you.
And she might be into it, who knows?
Yeah.
The chapel, at least in this town, are purely religious. They only care about matters of the spirit. of the soul, the Mage's College. They care about matters of the body.
I too care about matters of the body. No, I'm joking.
Can we head over to there?
I nod in agreement. As in, like, I'm listening to what she's saying, and I'm like, okay, yeah, makes sense.
And while this is happening, Cable, for you try to do something stealthy here, is that what I understand?
Yes.
Just should we flash back to him for a moment?
So as this is happening, I'm just having a look around, and I'm seeing where the wolves sort of disappear to, and also I want to have a look at the altar. It's basically to have a look to see if there is anything unusual about the way this religion is practiced comparatively to what I'm familiar with.
I won't make this. I'm not going to make this a stealth check straight away. I'm going to give you the benefit of making this a religion check first.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to do that, if you want to just do a purely like ecclesiastical mind dump on wolf religions, I'm just going to let you do a religion check first, and then we can get into the stealthy shit later on if need be.
Cool. My stealth stats are much better than my religion stats because
Try religion first.
Because I've already denounced religion from my sect of this.
But you were still raised.
Yeah.
You know.
So I still know. Oh, 18.
18, yes. So you're aware that just from looking at the way that the wolves and their pack leader, are working, you were raised in a way where the wolves didn't have a humanoid pack leader as much as the pack leader, whether they had a humanoid form or not, spent their whole time in a wolf form.
Yeah.
And you learned about wolf tactics and wolf behaviour from wolves, not from humans teaching you about wolves. Mm-hmm. But this is already very counter to your experience, because this person who's commanding these wolves is humanoid, which is already a bit like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You looking at the iconography, not only on Wolfmaiden Kas, but also around the temple, and the tattoos and stuff on her, the war paint on her body suggests that she is a follower of the minor wolf god known as Lycos, which again I will type into the group chat just now. Lycos. No, that's my name. Lycos hashtag. And that Lycos is a very minor wolf god, famous. Yeah. With a K. Famous to native to this area, which makes a lot of sense. They've likely taken this temple over from some other minor spiritual deity from this area who's fallen out of favour. But very different from your upbringing, but still a wolf god nonetheless.
Yeah.
You don't feel any need to sort of stealth around any further than that.
Yeah.
Unless you want to.
From is there anything that my passive perception would reveal to us? Bear in mind that's 15.
You can roll a perception check if you want. If there is something that your passive perception would pick up, I will tell you about it when you come into the scene. But you can roll a perception check if you like.
I'm able to go to where the wolves are staying, or where they are sort of.
It's apparent to you that the wolves stay in this central chamber where you are.
Oh, so it's not a sort of like area. I was just trying to get a vibe on whether it is more of a humanoid mistreating wolves, or whether it's this is all zen. This is cool.
Okay, give me a nature check, please.
I swear to God, if I end up having to liberate wolves today, I'm gonna go nuts. Sorry, it was a which check?
A nature check.
10.
10. Yeah, I'll be speaking to this woman in a language you don't understand. It could be Goblin, who the fuck knows? It could be Mexican, who knows? You don't know what's going on here, but it seems strange. But yeah.
Cool. Yep, that's that. There's not really much else that I can do currently.
Okay, so what is the party doing then?
Well, we've got the option of either checking Ateus, which is where the entire thing's leading to, or seeing what seedy shit is happening in Blackwell Mages College. But what do you guys think?
Yeah, definitely. I think we should go check both of them out. I know Cal's pretty eager to go look at the actual graves to see, just to see the actual crime site. But yeah, what we can do, whatever you guys want to do first.
Can I just ask quickly, what's the Sword and Crown? Is that another pub?
Sword and Crown is another pub. Yes.
So could I just suggest just a quick imbibement to parch the lips?
Give me a history check, please. Game Wolf, if you don't mind.
History.
History check, please.
12.
You're not aware of much because you're a fucking moron. But the Sword and Crown is a Terranian pub. Terrania is like the dominant. It's like the Brits. It's the dominant colonial force, and they are like staunchly pro-human. You, as a non-Terranian human, are only vaguely accepted there. You think full well that if you bring a Zion and a Goblin in there, you will cause problems, like immediate problems.
How about we split up?
Ooh, yeah.
Someone could get drunk.
Oh my god.
And I got some emotions. I want to go do this.
Got to the second game, look, we're splitting up.
I'm just gonna turn around.
I'm really happy that Megan can see my face right now because I fucking hate all of you so much.
So
how are we 2 hours into a game and fuck all has happened?
I'm gonna turn around. I'm gonna turn around to the other two and sort of go, right, so I'm gonna get a wee imbibement on the go and see if I can figure out what's been happening on the Terrarian side of things. Why don't you two go check out the body situation?
Cal puts a hand on the back of K-Will's shoulder, like just on K-Will's back, and she goes, K-Wolf, I think it's best we work as a team here.
Please.
And then once we're finished, you can have all the ale that you want. Just as
you do this, I am pulling my lovely little water skin bag that was delightfully filled with mead earlier, and although I am aware that K-Wolf has 2 of his own,
I already have 2.
I pass him mine.
So I just go, oh, it's not needed. I just thought it would be nice for the ambiance, but if you just want to go ahead and check out a few dead bodies, or see what kinky things are happening in the Mages College, I'm game.
You guys are also aware, with some conversations that you had in the last game, that the quote-unquote heretic graves are quite a fair amount, like maybe 3 hours travel outside of the town gates.
Oh, they're not like...
No,
they're not within the grounds.
They're a good 3 hours or so away from the town gates.
Right.
So it might be wise to speak to people before we head out.
Yeah.
Oh, they were just like behind the...
No. You are aware, Cal, just to kind of soothe your mind a little bit there, that there are Atean graves. The graves of the Order of Ateus, and like regular humans. They're buried just back here. But The heretic graves are way off in the distance. They're long gone. They're not
You're-
nearby.
Your
Mhm.
arrow kind of was like glitchy there. Did you say the atheist ones like
The
that?
Athean graves are away behind the mine here. See that?
Oh, okay. I just had to zoom
Yeah,
out.
they're away off over here in a really well maintained graveyard. The heretic graves, your understanding is that they are a couple of miles south
Okay.
of in the middle of nowhere.
Cool. Cool.
Yeah, it's up to you guys who you want to go and talk to, who you want to go and investigate.
I'm
Well-
quite keen on going to the Mages College and
Yeah.
try and do some sneaky looking.
You were given some pretty damning evidence against the Mages College.
Yeah.
That as much
Oh, I
as
know.
much as Wolfmaiden Kas sort of framed the Order of Ateus because of a sort of religious dislike for that religion,
hmm
she herself personally is actually much more suspicious of the Mages College.
Can you do roll checks for gut feelings?
You can give me so when she said that to you, or like
Yeah, of what my gut is leaning towards to, like, think would be the more bad
Right.
one to check,
give me an insight check. When you go,
This is where I get like a 1. Oh, no, I got a 19 plus 4.
like you were as a goblin and a druid, so like someone who is highly illegal by the standards of the Order of Ateus. You were a bit like, yeah, the fucking Order. Of course it's the Order, because they're bastards and I hate them. And you're sure that your party probably agreed with you, even the slightly grumpy Inquisitor type fucking Theodore probably agreed with you. But given the evidence that you've got, it almost seems like it would be a waste of time to go and speak to the Order when you're fairly certain that if Wolfmaiden Kas's suspicions are correct, it's probably something to do with the wizards, not with the Order.
Okay. I would like to turn around to the party and mention to them that I have a strong gut feeling that the sooner we look at the Mages College, the sooner we'll be able to figure out something and have some sort of insight.
Okay. Does this have something to do with what Cass just told you?
I kind of like look back at her and
She's
don't say a word.
She's gone.
Okay, I kind of look at the ground and then don't say anything and look up at Cal and just shrug.
Cal just squints her one eye.
Ah!
Yeah.
One big eyebrow. Just like, okay, so are you guys just like heading towards the College of Mages then?
Or do you want to go stealth, or you want to look for a different entrance, or you want? To
I
just
would like
explore?
to. I'm happy for us to go up there and nosy all together, but I would like to do some sneaky nosying around since I'm so small and sneaky.
Okay, you want to split up?
So let's just get everybody
Same
in
place, yeah.
So let's just get everybody in working order here, right? So first of all, can you all roll history checks, please? Everyone, the threes.
Okay.
I got a nat 20.
2.
Not fine.
That's
Oh no.
that's horrific.
Is that next one?
13.
13. Right, so we'll start from the bottom. Kyle, K-Wolf, College of Mages. That's a place where a bunch of nerds go and learn magic.
Yep.
Like fucking dweeb nerds. They wouldn't read books and learn. Oh, I'm gonna learn magic by reading Lord of the Rings. Shut up. Bunch of shit. Cal, your homeland had colleges for magic. You don't know much about them because character backstory, but you're aware that magic can be learned, although it's very difficult, and for you, it's generally prescribed to like a ruling class. So for you, this is a scary place to try to break into, right? Not break into. This is a scary place to walk into. It's for an elite few in your mind.
Okay.
Ard, colleges of mages in Stan, the realm, the continent you're on, are part mages colleges, part sort of medical school.
Okay.
He used to be part of the University of Magus, which is the elven deity of magic, but he split off. And while they're still friends, they're not the same anymore. And it went from being we're about magic and learning about the spiritual plane and about where magic comes from and theory, to we're about learning how to blow people up and how to turn people into horrible mutants and how to do horrible experiments on human bodies. So the College of Magus, the College of Mages, universally, as a university for folk to learn skills, is also quite a bleak place where horrible things happen to people.
Lovely.
You all that is the level of your knowledge walking into this encounter. So
That
what's the
shit
plan?
happens.
Like I said, K-Wolf, you're just like a fucking nerd building for nerds. Who gives a fuck? Let's get
Are we
back.
able to share our insights with the other members of our party?
Yes.
Okay, so since I have some extra insight from talking to Cass, I would like to kind of like usher the other two towards me to try and educate them a little bit more and give them a little bit more insight to how dangerous this place can kind of be.
Could potentially be, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys are now aware of that information. That's fine.
Oh no,
I-
I'm gonna be just slightly finishing a drink from the meeting. Going, sorry, what was that?
I would like to also maybe do a persuasion check to try and get K-Wolf in order of understanding this a little bit more and listening.
I don't think a check is necessary there. I want you, Elliot, to tell me what you say to K. What does Ard say to K-Wolf? What do you actually say?
I beckon him down because he's taller than me, and I would like to put my hand on his shoulder and look him dead in the eyes.
Little tiny hand.
And small hand. And be like, I really need you to focus. This is serious and could be potentially dangerous. And I think we need to work together closely on this. Please don't get too drunk.
I
K-Wolf,
suppose
does that move you in any way?
at this point, because I'm a wolf. I'm used to like working with the pack, and even though I might be a bit outlandish sometimes, I'm essentially there to try and look out for everyone. So I'm sort of going to go, okay, let me see what I can dig up around here, and I take a quick run around the actual full college, just to see if it triggers any of my passive perception or insight.
Okay. I will get back to you in a moment, because this is something I want to just say, just going forward. I don't really like players doing charisma checks on each other. Like, I want you to convince one another as people to do things. Like, Elliot could tell you to kill yourself and then roll a deception nat 20. It doesn't mean your character has to kill themselves. You know what I mean, right? So that's a prime example of Ard has told K-Wolf something. K-Wolf has seen the benefit of it and tried to do something. I don't want there to be a check there. I want you guys to just do realistically what your character would do. If that's what you, that's how I want to do it.
Yeah.
I think that's fair. Obviously, for like really big things that we all disagree on, there will be a check, but I don't like just making it a check every time. It's like high charisma character will just always win. So anyway, sorry, Kyle, don't make it a passive check. If you're going around trying to sniff shit out, just give me a perception check, please.
16.
16. Yeah, when you go around, just get the map back up. When you go around the back of the college, right? So about here, there is the very obvious stench of like dead bodies, dead humanoid bodies. With what you've been told about the college is just from Ard's sort of insight there, it makes sense that they're probably doing weird shit with people's bodies, but not rotting old bodies. You know what I mean? This seems a lot more fresh than that.
Sorry, more fresh than that.
More fresh than that, yes.
Yeah.
It's not like they've been exhuming corpses, but that the bodies that they're using for whatever this stench is coming from are much more recent.
So as soon as I get back to the rest of the guys, sort of just going, there's a stench of death around here. More towards the back.
Okay, so the Cass was right. We're assuming at this point.
At this point,
pointing towards. Yeah.
everything's pointing towards necromancy.
Again, Ard, you're aware that the experiments that are done by the college aren't necessarily immoral, right? They're done normally with the recently deceased who volunteered their corpses to the college for medical science.
Yep.
It's not necessarily that they're grave robbing, but
I would like to give them some insight again and say to the both of them not to get too caught up in the ideas of necromancy just yet, and suggest that I can go have a nosy.
okay.
And I would like to, if possible, use one of my shape animal spell thingies, transform.
Oh, nice.
What would be a good small animal that is good at sniffling and has good eyesight?
Either probably a rat.
Could you not just get your companion to go in?
What's that guy?
It's pretty. Your companion.
You're fine, familiar.
You're familiar.
You can see through their eyes, yeah.
Okay, cool. I'll do that instead then. I didn't think about that. I completely forgot.
You can just send your
I
thing.
would like to send my little guy round to go have a nosy round the back and have a look.
The phrasing of that was unfortunate.
My dick falls off and starts limping around on the floor.
Starts wiggling around, just going up spouts along the rain spout.
Yeah, so you can go around the back, and as the weasel is sort of moving around the back, you see this little tiny sort of drain grate at the back of the building, sort of going down the way towards an awful pit. You know, a pit that like would exist near any sort of slaughterhouse or things like that, where awful, as in OFFAL, like inedible organs, things like that, are thrown. As the weasel investigates that, it's very clearly full of recently deceased humanoid and animal mammalian remains.
Can I send him down there?
Oh, easy. Yeah, you can easily
Sick.
squeeze in.
Are these two are seeing this, aware that this is happening?
No, you're gonna have to.
Hold on. You are. I don't know if you've ever seen Game of Thrones before, but like you are like
The crow dude.
Yeah.
You're like.
Do I need to be sitting somewhere safe whilst I'm doing this? Like, am I still able to be mobile and do shit?
Oh no, don't worry. I've just slung you on my back for this point.
I'm just in a muddy puddle face down.
Body's fine, but you can't explain to them easily what's happening well. Like you can speak, but not well. You're
Okay, so before I send him down, I would like to kind of like pause and if I can kind of like reach out for Cal,
Yeah.
and kind of mumble, suspicious, like things, kind of briefly describe what I think, like as if I'm saying it's a gut feeling that something bad is down there.
What exactly do you tell Cal? Because I can't. What do you actually say?
So, I kind of explain that I've sent my little guy around the back. Again, bad wording. There is something dark back there. There is something I can't explain, but I will be able to find out more if they trust me. I need at least one of them to just keep an eye on me whilst this is going on.
Don't worry, I got your back.
Yeah. Sick. Delightful. Okay.
So you're the weasel is going in.
The weasel is going. He's going in.
Weasel is in there.
He is crawling down that grate. He's getting in that hole. My little guy, he's getting in the hole.
Burrowing right in there.
Oh yeah.
He's in that hole, and it is a big hole full of mammalian and humanoid organs, and the sort of husks of bodies, minus a couple limbs. Some of them are missing heads. Some of the heads are just missing eyes and tongues and teeth. But it's a huge pile of mammal corpses, mostly livestock, cows and sheep, pigs. But yeah, human bodies in there too. All of a varying degree of freshness, but nonetheless unburied. Your weasel senses can detect that these haven't been buried and dug up again. These are
just fresh
bodies that were given or were received by this group unburied. They haven't been dug up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. So I'm aware that my weasel isn't a physical being, so he's not allowed to like grab anything or touch anything, is he?
No, he can. He can interact with things. Yeah, slightly.
I would like him to have a little sniff about and see if he can find anything amongst the fleshy nastiness that is useful.
Give me a perception check, please.
Piss. I got 15 plus 4, so 19.
You find 3 gold and sort of everyday knickknacks, small rusted iron keys, probably houses nearby, but nothing of great importance.
Can I take the keys?
Yeah, totally.
Cool. I take the keys. Well, my weasel takes the keys.
Yeah, the weasel has them, yeah.
I would like him to do like more of like a scour around the room that this is all in, if there is any other like vents or anything.
Like hewn stone room, there is a hatch above your head, sort of opposite where you came in. Like you came in from a drainage grate here. There is a
Is
hatch.
there a way for me to get up there?
Not as a weasel, no, not from this side.
Okay, right. I get my weasel to come back. Bring the keys. Come back.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. I take the nasty bloody keys and hand them to Cal. Cal, you have now nasty keys. Gift. I kind of mutter to them that I would like to further investigate and ask them what their plan is and what they want to do.
Okay. I'm just gonna go for a quick pace while this happens.
Cool.
Well,
How do you feel about your nasty keys, by the way? Do you like the keys? They're a good
Terrible.
gift.
Terrible. And it's not even like, it's like old blood. It just smells nasty.
Yeah. What are you gonna do with them?
Probably sniff them.
we could wash them in the river.
Take a fat huff and just be like, yeah. Oh yeah, fleshy keys, my favorite. I wonder if there's anything I can do with them. Put them up your ass.
Well, we should probably try to investigate the keys to see if there's anything noticeable that will tell us what they're for.
Yeah. There's probably a locksmith somewhere, or... See, I was thinking, take them back to, Hobgoblin dude, because he probably knows if there's a locksmith, but also he works with, like, weapons of kinds, so maybe he knows something about keys. I don't know. Fuck knows.
We could just try the front door. And
What, of this place?
chat to the Mages College and sort of get a vibe check.
Cool.
It'll probably give us more of a storyboard as well. They'll probably have something that they don't like
those
about
keys are for later.
Ateus.
Don't remember those
Yeah.
keys. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Missed Shaggles.
Literally nothing.
Well, literally talking about rinsing the keys off in the river and trying the front door of the college.
The college is open.
Just to get the
It
vibe.
has always been open this whole time.
Bro,
Then,
I described the front door several times as being open,
should we go in?
Yeah.
with people coming and going. It's open.
Yeah, I only asked if you wanted to attempt to try the back. I didn't say.
Yeah, like the front door is open.
Well, let's go in the front and see what this is all about. Oh god, I've got to deal with nerds again.
I like this idea, right? That like I'd love the idea that Cal's just standing there watching all this shit happening, going, "So,
Shall
just
we
go
just?
in and talk to reception."
I've actually made a reservation, so.
table for 3.5. Fuck's sake. Okay, so you guys head in to the Blackwell College of Mages, and as you walk in, you're met by a young human woman who all of you recognise as being in the tavern last night, sort of hanging around in the corner with a guard, an obvious security guard, dressed in sort of deep purple robes that suggest that she's of some rank in this order. You notice that the other sort of underlings around her are wearing lighter, less impressive green and blue robes. She wears these sort of rich purple, really impressive looking robes that denote some sort of rank. As she sort of watches you approach, sort of rushing large stack of books in her hands and sort of hands them off to someone and goes to sort of speak to you, K-Wolf, and then almost trips over Ard in the process, and then stops and steps back, sort of looks at the three of you a little bit frazzled. Hello. Can I help you at all, people? Yes.
See, actually, whereabouts was she? Do you remember where she was standing in the tavern? I know she was next to the guard, but where she
I will show you right now.
I believe one of the tables to the right-hand side. In the tavern, she was.
They were right. They were right there.
Right there? Okay.
That's where they were. But yeah, sorry. Yeah, so she's again sort of quite flustered. I addressed her. Oh, sorry. Can I help you at all?
You look familiar.
What's your passive insight again, K-Wolf?
Passive insight, 15.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, she's a bit like embarrassed immediately that you've recognised her. You remember on several occasions that you played drinking games against this woman and won. I think that she's been sort of almost carried out of the place by her guard, who's not here right now.
You look really familiar, but I'm just trying to place it. And I'm just gonna turn around for a moment and just try and remember what the hell happened last night.
He sort of grabs you, right, and spins you back around. He sort of like kind of like okay. There's need to talk about the missing shoe.
What
Forget
was
about
it?
that. Shh. Okay. What exactly do you need? Please just tell me.
We're here to have a look around the place.
Yes, I understand that. What exactly do you need?
Well, what have you got to offer? Where's the gift shop?
sort of looks around, like visibly frustrated, like fucking. And you two, Cal and Ard, can clearly see that K-Wolf is on the wind up here, and this person is about to break.
I would like to go up to K-Wolf and look at him very sternly and say, "Remember what I said? Remember what I said, Quasimodo."
You are the fool.
I am the fool.
And I turn around to her and go, right. I sort of look down and sort of nod and go, okay. If I have to, turn around to the mage and sort of just go, listen, if there's been a few things that have been said around town, and you know, I don't have to say anything about what happened in the bar. If you would let us know where all the bodies are going.
He sort of deflates, like physically, sort of like, oh, that's a lot less worrying than I thought you were going to ask. The bodies that we use, yes, the ones underneath the building, yes.
Yeah, I can smell them from here.
Yes, these are the bodies willingly given to us by the townspeople. These are the bodies that we use to forward medical science. They're given to us voluntarily. We don't act on any other volition. We are given bodies that we experiment on by the express permission of the people who give us the bodies. What?
Can I do a perception check on what she's saying?
Yeah.
It would be an insight check, but yes,
Or
you can.
whatever.
K-Wolf, you can also
I
do that
want
as
to
well.
do an insight check on this because,
Yeah.
I got 12 plus 4, so 16.
6. It was a natty one.
You got a nat one.
It was a nat one, yeah.
And in the process of attempting to understand what she's saying, K-Wolf, your mind drifts off and you start thinking about creamy pints. And you miss this entire part of the conversation. I want you to, when addressed the next time, I want you to come in as if you heard none of this. Ard,
Thank fuck I was there, man.
Ard, you have no reason to believe that she's lying, and this actually also checks out with what you know about the College of Mages. They might do a lot of inhumane shit, but they do it with bodies that are given to them or bodies of people that are killed by their forces. They don't do it to... They don't rob graves, they don't abduct people. They do it to prisoners of war and also to people that have recently died, but not to, like, random bodies.
I would like to ask her if she knows of other bodies.
Okay. What exactly? How do you ask this? Like, just give me a brief. Just what do you say?
Literally that. I will look up at her and I will say, "Are you aware of other bodies and what are being done with them?"
Give me an intimidation check.
Oh no! I got 15 plus 3.
Do it with advantage because you have got two heavies with you.
Okay. Okay. Now I have a 16 plus 3, so...
Oh, there you go. Right. She sort of looks at you and looks at the other two, you know, your heavies. And I know that K-Wolf was a little bit sort of like, you know, and Cal is sort of standing behind you, just like, happened. But he sort of looks at you and sort of goes, okay, well, we did have a student go missing recently. And sort of looks at your party members as if to usher you over. K-Wolf, you've just come back into this conversation. having no clues whatsoever as to what's going on.
Sorry, what was that?
Uh,
I drifted off for a second.
She looks at you, looks at K-Wolf, and then just ignores him and looks at you, Ard and Cal. We did have a student go missing recently, but I don't know if he's got anything to do with it or not. We as soon as he left, we just assumed he'd given up his studies and went home. But that's the only lead we have.
When you say go missing, like, do you mean like you think he has something to do with the disappearance of the other bodies, or?
Well, he was involved in one of our medical science classes. He was involved in the dissection and reconstruction of the human form. He was involved both theoretically and physically. And he was very gifted. He was very talented at what he did, but... And she sort of stops and then looks at you again, Ard. He underwent a slight family tragedy recently, and it impacted his studies, and so he left. He never told us why he was leaving, but I assume it's something to do with that. In fact, he... carry on.
Can I ask if she knows more about the family tragedy?
She sort of looks at you almost a little bit, sort of... I would never ask a student something like that. And
And I randomly shout out, "Shoo! That's where I remember you from."
She sort of, shut the fuck up! And sort of stops herself. Okay. And then goes into her robes and produces this huge ring of keys and sort of... and produces this one single brass key and puts it into your hand, K-Wolf, like, shut your fucking mouth, you drunkard. If you ever mention this again, I will turn you into a fucking rat and I will stamp on you until you die, you cunt. And gives you the key. This room is on the first floor. If you ever speak to me again, I will kill you.
Oh, jeez. Oh, dude, easy.
And I want my shoes back.
I think they might be under the bar.
Go and get what you need and leave this place and never return.
Right, so I go back to the other two and I'm sort of just going, geez, what's her problem? And she finally remembered where I remembered her from, and she gave me this key.
I would like to jump up and try and snatch the key.
Kyle, it's up to you whether that happens or not. Do you try?
I just let it happen because I'm very much if it's mine, it's yours type of thing for the people I'm with.
You know, have the key. You've been told that this, as named, I will type it in the chat. Viren, V-I-R-O. Their room that they hastily abandoned is likely on the first floor of this building. Very easy to get to. There shouldn't be any issues heading up there and investigating if you so choose.
Shall we see what this key is about?
Yeah, absolutely. Is there anyone else like floating about this area, or?
Yeah, there's a bunch of like mage trainees. The overwhelming majority, like 95% of them, are human.
Okay.
You do recognise a couple of half elves sort of milling about. A lot of these people likely aren't even magically inclined. They can't use magic, but they work as like librarians and as clerical staff. But yeah,
Okay.
there's a bunch of people sort of running about back and forward, sort of ferrying papers to each other, things like that.
Is there
I'm gonna
any...
head.
Oh, sorry, go on ahead.
I'm going to head up to the sort of. I'm assuming the librarians are sort of like easy to pick out. Like,
Oh yeah, everybody bar the purple robed person you see standing there just talking to Cable. They're all wearing green and blue robes, and they're all sort of ferrying books and papers around. It's easy to just, they're all pretty uniform in their duties that way.
cool. I'm going to head up to the library, or one of the librarian-looking ones, and
Yep.
just because I feel like they're more... Just, Cal thinks that they're like more the observant kind, and just be like, "Hey, how are we? What's your name?"
And what the librarian that you walk up to, sort of a small, sort of bookish young human man, sort of turns round, nearly dropping their books as they look up to this large, ashen-skinned cyclopean muscle mummy. And
I should mention that Cal was very, or tried to very professionally cover her eye with part of her fringe. Remember, like
Yeah,
that
okay. They sort of look up to you and drop their books and then start picking them up. Like,
she'll help pick them up.
my name's Chris. What do you need?
Yes, hi. We're just having a wee wander about the neighbourhood, travelling through. We're actually looking for Vyron. Actually, we just thought we'd pop by and say hi. Have you seen much of him lately, or?
No, Vyron left about a week ago, something like that.
Oh, really? Did you say why?
No, he was in clash a week ago, and then suddenly he was gone. I know his mum died, but it's not an excuse to leave college all of a sudden.
I mean, that's quite a hard thing to go through. That so.
Yeah, well, people die here all the time. My dad got hit by a wagon when I was 5 years old. I watched him get turned into mulch.
That is some story there, Chris.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, my mum, shortly after that, got turned into mulch as well.
My ears perk up at mulch.
I bet your wagon wheel hits different for him.
I'll tell you what, every time the bards play wagon wheel, I get a boner.
I can imagine, yeah. Well, Chris, you've been very helpful. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks very much. Like to go for a drink sometime.
Absolutely.
I pull out a wagon wheel from my pocket, the food time, and I give it to him.
Right, those. He hits you with a fireball and you all die. I don't know where that came from, but here we are.
Anywho,
you have learned that his mum, this Myron's mum, might have died.
Yeah.
I'm your mum. Boogie, boogie, boogie.
Yeah, I'll just spin round and relay that information on to Ard and K-Wolf and say, yeah, okay, so this guy's mum died, so maybe he was, I don't know.
No,
If it is
do you
something
think?
to do with him.
Do you think he's full metal alchemisting it?
Yeah, a little bit. That's sort of the only theory we have right now.
Have I told you about my mum and the mulch?
Press not now.
Ask him if he had a sister and a dog.
But you guys do have a key to what you presume to be this Vyron's room.
So dark.
If you would like to go to Vyron's room.
Yes.
Yeah, let's
Let's go to Vyron's room.
Okay, who has the key? K-Wolf has the key.
No, I don't.
No, sorry.
I don't.
Ard has the key.
Odd.
Ard has the key. Ard, do you just key straight in the door and walk in?
I mean, how high is the lock?
You're sort of going at it like this.
Cal just sort of like picks him up a wee bit.
It's not quite. Yeah, but I mean,
We sort of
I
just-
asked for a piece to get to the lock.
like a regular person walks up to a lock and goes, you're walking up to it and going, and Cal is walking up to it and going.
Okay, I go up to the lock and I'm like, And it worked.
It works, yeah, of course it does. Yeah.
Cool. Door swings open. Boom.
And you dash. No, you walk into like an almost sort of generic medieval college dorm, right? You know, it's a sink. It's almost like a sort of prison cell in the sense that it's an unremarkable wooden room, plank wooden floors, walls, ceiling, a single window. The room is maybe only 5 meters deep by about 2 meters wide, with a bed, one small chest of drawers, very easily identifiable, a locked footlocker sort of chest type thing underneath the bed, and very little else in the way of comforts. A small, well-worn, battered rug that's clearly been used for longer than, you know, the past 10 years. Seen many mage trainees before. What do you do in this room?
I would like to scrounge around looking at the things that have little locks and ask Cal for those nasty-ass keys.
Okay, so Cal, I'm assuming you give over the nasty-ass keys.
Yeah, she just gives the keys and our we wipe, just kind of like a tussle on our shirt. Probably taking off absolutely no blood, but then passes.
No. It actually works. It works pretty well. These are standard Mingen iron keys that are far too big for these locks. You theorize. You managed to sort of figure out that from the size of the key you used for this room and the size of the keys you're trying to use for, say, this footlocker, that the keys you found, the Mankey iron keys that Cal just gave you, are probably door keys, like for a house.
Okay.
Not for a chest, not for a footlocker or something like that.
I give them back.
Okay, so what's everyone doing? Are we all just like turning over this room?
I would like to go under to have a look. If there was a
I'm
bed.
going over to the bed area, just having a wee look under and around, seeing if
Okay.
there's anything.
Under and around the bed. Ard, you're doing what? Sorry.
I am under the bed.
Under the bed. And Cable.
I'm checking any desks or wardrobes.
Okay, everybody give me an investigation. Is that a spelling? Is that a thing in D&D? Is investigation?
Investigation, yeah.
It is. Okay, yeah. Sorry, it's been that long. Give me investigation checks, everybody, please.
I've got a 6 + 3.
Okay.
It's not a natty, but it's a 1.
Christ. You guys find fuck all.
I'm gonna get
This
fit.
is a standard grubby college dorm. There is a locked footlocker. Everything else is just there. It's just a bunch of unremarkable shit all over the place.
Am I able to do another investigation with my weasel?
No.
Damn it!
There is a locked footlocker, and that is it.
Can I go nosy at the locked footlocker?
It is a 1 meter by 0.5 meter chest. It's maybe only 50 centimeters deep, and it is locked.
Gaps, cracks, any...
Nope, it is solidly built with metal on all of the edges and corners, and the lock is large, steel, and well maintained.
I turn around to the other
Heavy.
two and go, do any of you have a lock picking kit?
It is pretty heavy, by the way. Cal.
Okay.
A lock-picking kit.
Thieves' tools you'd be looking for.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, I will have a look. I doubt it.
I don't think any of you have thieves' tools on you.
No.
Yeah,
You are all as you all look at this chest, you are pretty aware that as much as you probably can't pick the lock, it is still made of wood in its largest planes, and you could probably break through, but you do risk damaging whatever might be inside the chest.
Would Cal be strong enough to rip off whatever the lock is?
The lock is built in to the chest. If you were to rip off the lock, you would also just be breaking through the chest.
So, I was thinking either smashing the box or taking it to our friend, the forge. Dinar.
Denrar, the forge.
Dinar.
You could if you like.
So, how heavy is this?
It's easily carryable. It's maybe 10 kilograms. It's not that
Oh,
heavy.
yeah. Then
Okay. Are you guys cool with me?
take it with
Take
us.
Yeah.
My only other thought for a plan was, can anyone create a barrier within the box and we break the box around it?
Very much overcomplicated everything.
It's not possible.
Just-
No.
Oh,
If I was to transform into something small enough, could I crawl in the lock?
What is your plan here?
the lock wouldn't let
Go
you
look
through.
inside of it.
You
Let a
want
spider
to
in.
you want to turn into something small enough to go into the lock and then turn back into your normal form.
No. Turn into something small enough to get in the lock, to get in the box, have a nosy, and then get out.
No, not possible.
Really, not even a spider? I kind of thought that was one of those.
Yeah, but
rare-
the back of
That was-
locks are normally sealed off from what's in the inside. It's not like a door key where you can put the key in from both sides. So the back of the actual lock bit would be solid. You'd only be able to get into the mechanism.
I say we pick it up. I will try and lift it.
You can lift it. It is about the size of you, Ard, but you can lift it.
I want
And-
to try and lift it just to impress people.
You can. No, you easily lift it.
And then I lift both of them and the box onto my shoulder.
You easily
Like,
do.
Cal lifts all of us.
Cal actually has in Cal's features the power that they, as far as lifting and dragging is concerned, are considered to be size category large, which means that Cal actually very easily could pick both of you up and carry you both.
Can we sit on top of the chest and be carried?
This is an easy way to traverse the map, like, and not get tired.
Cal
Cal.
could carry both of you and then sprint. And Cal also moves faster than both of you. So
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, you know what to do, man. Get on it.
do we?
are you now all leaving this place with this chest in tow?
Actually, before we go, is there any sign of anyone else being there? Like, is it just his room? Is there no roommate or anything? Or
It's just one bed and nothing else. It's pretty clear that it's just him that's been in there.
Okay, we'll get the box. See the door, like the dorm right next door.
Yes,
Does it have like a name or anything on it? Like
nope, nothing like
outside?
that.
If we try and open the door,
Can
does it
can we
open?
knock the door
Locked.
instead of opening it and just?
Okay, so you try and open it and it's locked. You knock
Oh.
it and you get any response.
Ah.
Can I just give it a shove with my shoulder? Just try and give it like a
You try to open the person.
yeah.
Bust this thing open.
Naked watching
Yeah.
Any strength athletics, please.
Athletics. Okay.
This is what you specialize in.
Okay, that is a unnatural 20.
Yeah, you nudge this door and you sort of fall through it.
No.
You're now in someone else's dorm room, and as you sort of like break through the door, the barely clothed sort of half-elven wizard lying underneath the covers sort of snaps bolt upright. What do you want?
Oh god, this isn't like a young person, is it? Because this looks really
This is-
bad.
this is like a 20-year-old.
Oh, that's fine.
A bit like, what?
Oh,
Child.
Just be like, why didn't you answer? I just knocked.
oh, you just went silent there, Luke. I didn't hear you.
I was asleep. Fucking hell.
Oh, very sorry. What's your name?
Fucking get out of my fucking room.
I just
Intimidate
no,
him.
wait a second. I close the door behind me and like I just kind of just stand up straight. I'm like, look,
At
got off
this
to a bad
point-
start there. But
Okay.
I just have a couple of questions and I'll be out your hair, I promise.
Okay, as this is happening, as that door is closed. What's left of the door is closed. Ard and K-Wolf, two armoured men, approach from up the stairs and look at both of you like, you've been causing problems in this campus. Get out now.
I scatter some of the seeds that I had earlier and use my druid thing to instantly sprout the seeds into their flowers to distract them, whilst we stealthily make our way.
That's a lot of actions. That is a lot of actions. You're asking to do a lot of things right now.
I'll throw those and then we'll just go.
Just tell us, do we get rolling initiative here?
What's that, sorry?
Should we just roll initiative and get it over with?
No. You throw these seeds down on the ground and use Druidcraft to attempt to grow the seeds. Is that right?
Yep.
And one of the mage sentinels watches this happen and casts a spell none of you recognize, and the spell fails. And he looks at the two of you as his partner sort of like stalks around the two of you to see Cal through what's left of the door. It says, "The three of you, get the fuck out now."
Cal just turns around and just be like, "Sorry, I'm just talking to my friend here. I'll be out."
This wizard is still like screaming in his bed, like, "Why the fuck are you still in my bedroom? Get out!"
She's like, "Oh, fine. Dramatic. I'll be back though." And then
The three of you are unphysically kicked out of the College of Mages.
Do we still have the chest?
Yeah. You took
No,
it.
no, you've lost the chest. No, wait a minute. So who had the chest? You did, Ard.
No,
Yes.
Cal. Wait, no,
You
Cal
asked
had the
to
chest.
pick it up. So you...
Or
Yes, it's you.
I thought he picked it up.
No, you picked it up. We laughed about how it was the same size as you.
Yeah, you picked it up and then I picked you up.
Alright, okay.
That was a joke.
You
now have to make a strength athletics check, please. With disadvantage because you're size category small. You are going to fail that.
Does he get advantage because I distracted the guards?
No, absolutely not.
Damn it.
So what's the disadvantage?
You roll it twice and you take the lowest number.
Okay. Okay, my lowest number is 15. I don't know if that's plus whatever I have or what, but...
Yeah, plus athletics. So whatever you have to athletics.
15.
Yeah, I rolled one dice and I rolled a nat 20. So as you're on your way out, one of the guards that's sort of pushing you out the door just wraps his whole arm around the chest and is like, "Fuck it." And you are all ushered out of the door into the streets of Blackwell with nothing to show for your adventures thus far.
I'll see that interaction happen, or is she...
You're already out in the street. There is nothing you can do to stop that at that
Do
point.
we see the purple robe lady anywhere?
No, she is behind these guards like, "And don't come back, you bastards."
I go, "I'll get you the shoes back later."
She's now ignoring what you're saying.
So
I turn around to K-Wolf and I'm like, "What the fuck, man?"
What did I do? I wasn't the one that barged into a mage's room.
Like, I didn't know mages
man,
were so dramatic, or else none of us would be in this situation.
Cal, you barged into the room of like a 19 or 20-year-old like fucking like STEM student and we're just like, "Stop, bitch! Answer my fucking questions."
Could you imagine waking up as like a 20-year-old?
Okay.
And then they close the door behind them. Like,
Yeah, right. You're
fuck.
about to get bummed.
Jesus, you're about to get snooed beyond belief.
Really not up for that. Like, yeah.
Yeah, they were imagining death by snoo happening, and not the good type of snoo.
Wow.
Okay. I would like to go refigure out that vent that was in the nasty room, but me.
Okay.
Sneak in. I want to find that chest, man. I want to know what's in that chest.
You easily find the vent. You can't get into it because you're not small enough.
I was asking if I could. That was my plan. I'm not. I'm gonna change into a rat.
You're going to turn into a rat.
Yeah.
Okay, easy. Yeah, you turn into a rat in front of everyone.
No.
No. Hear me out. I'm not saying you just turn into a rat in the middle of town. Do the party. There's K-Wolf and Cal think you turn into a rat.
Right. So what I was saying was, can we agree that I would like to go check out this other thing?
Oh yeah, so you do that. Go.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay. Right. So I tell them that I think there was another way to get in, and I might know a way to be able to access that chest if
Okay.
necessary.
So you're able to locate it because they might not have put it back in the room.
Yes, possibly. So I tell them that I need them to kind of just not look suspicious and be stupid out the front. And I would like to walk or sneak around the back of the building and be rat, please.
You can just walk around the back of the building and be rat. There is no need to sneak. And you turn into a rat and you just go back down into the drainage bit into where the corpses are.
Yep.
Okay, and you're now back in there as a rat.
And I would like to try and get up and get into the vent.
Okay, so it's not a vent. There is a locked sort of trap door.
You said it was a vent last time. Okay, right, fine. Yeah, trapdoor, locked trapdoor.
It was trapdoor.
It was a trap door. It was always a trap door.
And you haven't brought the keys.
And you also don't have to have a key because it's not locked from your side. It's locked from the side of the person who used the trap.
I open the trapdoor.
No,
You can't.
it's locked
You're
from the
on
other side.
Oh, it's locked from the inside. Right, okay, that makes sense to me.
No, it's locked from the outside. You're on the inside.
Right, okay. I
All right,
can't
stay
Why
on.
would you get on the inside? It's just dead bodies.
Okay, I turn back into myself to try and open it, I guess.
You can't. It's
locked.
locked from the outside.
I'm so confused which was the outside, inside, which side it's locked from. That made no sense to me whatsoever.
A pit full of dead bodies and awful organs and shit. There is no way to open this door from the inside because it is locked from the outside, the side
Okay.
where.
All I kept hearing was breaking up, being like, it's locked from side and stuff.
Oh,
so
you are.
Okay,
On
I will
the
come
side
back
of-
out the hole. I will come back out the hole.
You've
Yeah.
used a wild shape, so just mark that on your sheet.
Are you sure there's no spells that you had before you come back out?
Can I do any spells? Can I do any spells?
Do you have any spells?
I don't know. Hold on.
Let's have a look and see. No, you have none.
Why do I have none?
You have none that work.
Yeah.
None that will help you.
No. Damn it.
I was gonna
see
say
through the
just
locked door
moonbeam
from
that
the
back
door?
door, but
You can't. You can't
It-
see
it-
through
it
the
won't.
lock because it's not a lock. It's barred on one side.
Right. Okay.
we're at a dead end on this avenue of
Yes.
trying to.
I'm coming out. I'm coming out the hole.
I really can't wait to explain to Zell how I planned a full game with like a dungeon and several combat encounters, and you guys just got into various arguments with clerics, with clerks and
All I'm gonna
various.
say is, judging from the first game, we didn't even manage to get through your whole thing. So
Do not make this a me problem. Right, this is you guys.
No, man. This is an epic. This is not like your fucking 2-hour action movie wank and go type scenario. We are in Lord of the Rings epic, setting the tone, getting the wee bits and
Let's
pieces
fight with a
built up.
bartender the price of a pint for 3 hours, kind of thing.
See, by the time we get to our second fight, we're going to know so much about each other. We're going to be such a tight-knit team.
Stop complaining. We're playing your funny game. Let us carry on with the funny.
So, no, I'm just saying it's going to be funny to explain to Zell you didn't miss any adventuring. You just missed a lot of arguing. You missed a lot. You missed a lot of Cal sexually assaulting people.
Okay, I
Last time on Dungeons and Dragons.
You can't get in.
I really can't wait for Meg to give the fucking recap for this game. For fuck's sake, this will be brilliant.
I might record last time on Dungeons. It's type of like voiceover just to hit at the very start with like proper anthemic music for the breakdown.
Okay, so Ald, you're back out of the college, the Mages College now. What are you guys doing? Like, what? Just in general, what are you doing?
Okay, so we never got to look in that box because the guard took it off us.
Yeah.
Do we want to spend a bunch of time trying to get the box back, or do we want to look elsewhere?
Well, look elsewhere, because we can get that back at a time when they forget and get less suspicious of us just randomly re-walking back in.
Yeah.
Maybe when there's 4 of us.
Let's ask around Ateus and see what their
They only remember
side
3 of us.
The story.
They only know 3 of us.
Shh.
So, are you guys? Am I right in saying you're heading towards the chapel of Ateus?
Yeah,
Is
we'll
that-
head over there.
Yep.
Okay.
Um,
I sort of. Oh, carry on, Kyle.
I'm just gonna do my quick scope around, just to see if
Yeah,
there's
you-
anything we can perceive.
You see nothing untoward. This is a standard-looking sort of, as much as the building on the map looks a little bit ornate. This is a pretty like unremarkable stone chapel with a little unremarkable wooden house next to it, which you can only presume is the house of the presiding deacon of this chapel of Ateus. Very simple, very untoward, very sort of standard. As you approach the chapel, the deacon, a sort of small, portly, red-haired man, is standing outside, sort of speaking to people as they pass by, and sort of sees you all approaching. His eyes sort of stop on you for a moment, K-Wolf. You can imagine, as you are one of the quote-unquote afflicted, i.e. an alcoholic, before his eyes then fall on Cal and Ard, a little bit bewildered as to why you would even be here, of all places. Hello, you all right? What can the Chapel of Ateus do for you?
We're just having a look around. We just got here not long ago. We've heard of some disturbances in town, so we're just asking about, really. Going to be completely honest with you. Some bodies have been getting dug up, and we want to ask if anyone in your chapel knows anything about it. I know the chapel, or the Wolf Temple, to zoom out, the Wolf Temple are a bit upset about it, so we just want to come in and ask some questions.
He sort of like clasps his breast a wee bit, like, well, we Ateans don't, and he sort of stops as he talks about himself as an Atean. He looks at you, K-Wolf, and then continues. You all understand that he is presuming, as all Ateans do, that all humans follow the Order of Ateus, even though they don't. We Ateans believe that the graves of heretics, or the unenlightened, are sacrilegious to even behold. We would never approach these graves or disturb them, even if we so wished. To
Yeah,
do so would. Oh, carry on.
We're not accusing you. We just want to know if you've heard anything, or just any sort of any.
I heard a young man called Chris told me his parents were turned into mulch.
Yeah, Chris has a lot of sad stories.
Poor soul. You know, my mother was turned into mulch once,
Yeah, it just seems to be a common
but-
theme here.
but she
What is the
survived.
mulch?
But fuck's sake, where's this going? But
You really know.
Do you know the mulch
Oh.
man?
maybe a whole side quest about mulch now.
Yes, please, please.
Ard, Stonal. But yes, again, we've heard about the plights of those in the Wolf Temple and the Mage's College, and what was his name again? The boy that ran away.
Byron.
His mother died, and he wanted her to be buried with our dead, but she wasn't one of us. So
Was
we
that
turned
sorry? He wanted her buried with you guys?
yes, he wanted his mother to be buried in the Order of Ateus graveyard, but she wasn't one of us, so we said no.
Okay, what is the reason he wanted her buried there?
I supposedly he thought it was a nicer graveyard. I don't know. It wasn't our problem. Again, he wasn't one of ours. I wish I could have helped him. He seemed like a nice lad, but that's the law.
And
We
that's the
can't
last
help it.
I heard of him.
Yes, apparently he left. I mean, we don't speak to the Mage's College, but they said he'd left town, and we just sort of assumed he'd ran away.
Okay. Do you mind if we come in for a little bit? Just have a look around.
Of course, the Chapel of Ateus is always open to anyone who wants to come in and relieve themselves of a spiritual burden. So help yourselves.
Right.
Is that a
What did you
drinking
say your
joke?
name was, sorry?
What was that, sorry?
I would just say, what was it you said your name was?
He sort of, instead of extending a hand to you, he sort of bows his head, says, "I'm Deacon Freemain. Nice to meet you."
Deacon Freemain.
What name?
I'm Cal. This is my group here. K-Wolf and Ard.
Again, he sort of bows his head to all of you.
Yep.
All are welcome here in the Chapel of Ateus. We don't cast judgment on religion or race or past, not like the rest of this world. So please make yourselves at home.
Thank you. She sort of like half kind of nods, like, and then makes her way in.
And
Well, the
we
rest of you
follow in as well.
Yes, you head into sort of, as all of you have lived in Istan for even a small amount of time, any settlement you've ever come to has always had a Chapel of Ateus. There is a Chapel of Ateus wherever there is humanity. Humans beget chapels of Ateus, and they are often, even in villages and towns with mostly wooden buildings, they're often made of stone and normally quite large and ornate to a degree based on the wealth of the town. This is a fairly large stone structure. And on the inside, it has a sort of domed roof on the inside with sort of primitive fresco-like paintings on the inside depicting various elements of the Order of Ateus's lore regarding the ascension of Ateus himself being part of the Order of Ateus's lore. But other than that, the altar is bare bones. It's a stone slab elevated from the ground, featuring the large iron cross that makes up Ateus's symbol and various small ritualistic tools. The faithful who gather here are regular people from the town of Blackwell. K-Wolf, you recognise many of these faces just as people who toil around the town and drink in the Griffin's Rest. Nothing remarkable immediately about any of them, as they all stand here at the chapel in the pews, bowing their heads in quiet reflection. What would you like to do?
Guys, you want to just stick together, or you want to just kind of wander ourselves throughout the hall?
I think let's scatter, see what we can, and reconvene back here in
Okay.
a short while.
So you guys you're all going in your separate directions in the chapel to try and find stuff. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not necessarily splitting the group up, but just while we're in the hall.
I get you. You're all still in the same
Yeah, same hall sort of area where the altars are, where the people are.
Yeah.
So I'm just looking around to see if there's anyone who seems a bit edgy or a bit, highly strung.
Okay. Okay. We'll get to the checks once everyone says what they're doing. Ard, what are you doing?
I'm also just having a nosy about more objects and like features in the rooms.
Okay. And Cal?
That sort of smell that we could smell, like a death smell that it was in the Mages College. I'm just going to have a wee wander and see if there's anything similar to that around.
Okay. So K-Wolf, give me a perception check, please. And Cal, give me a perception check.
Okay.
And Ard, could you give me an investigation check, please?
I got 15.
Okay.
I got a 13.
What did you say my check was? Was it?
Investigation.
I got 18 plus 3.
Okay, so 21. So K-Wolf, as you sort of scan the crowd, you do recognise two men just from being around Blackwell for long enough, and no matter how drunk you were, you recognise these two sort of bald-headed men in all black with their arms crossed the entire time, sort of moving through the crowd. Both of them you instantly recognise as being members of the Order of Ateus's reserve military force. These are both sort of enforcers, like church enforcers. And while they're not doing anything untoward right now, they are still sort of snaking through the crowd, keeping an eye on everyone, including you guys. Cal, it's very difficult to smell anything just because of how much incense and other sort of candles and stuff are burning. You can't really get a sense that there's any sort of death or anything like that happening. Ard, having a cursory glance around the chapel and with regards to all of its sort of objects and iconography, you get an impression that this was once a really, really long-standing, old but humble Church of Ateus that has recently, as in over the past 100 years or so, been overturned and turned into a modern Chapel of Ateus post-Inquisition. So it's been turned into something a bit more militant, a bit more like this is somewhere where people come to seek help and come out a bit more pro-Ateus, if you know what I mean. You see iconography on the walls that suggests an aversion to heresy, an aversion to magic, an aversion to non-human people.
Okay.
Judging from the sort of imagery that you can make out, small little bits of imagery in stained glass windows, in frescoes, in sort of mosaics that you can see.
Mhm.
But nothing, there's no big swastikas or like burning crosses on the walls, but it's
Damn it.
little subtle things that you can make out just from like having a look at things on the walls and in the windows. There's something a little bit militant about this chapel. What would you guys like to do with that information?
I'm going to turn around to the other two and just go, to Baldy's, 12 o'clock.
Are they actually at 12 o'clock, or are they at a completely different location? I just want to look at 12 o'clock direction and then see if it's
You
correct.
both look at a wall and go, Cable,
It's free ball wall.
no head at all. What the fuck's going on?
No, the Luke twins in the middle of the crowd. They're pushing through.
Yeah, you see, you both quite spot, especially Ard and Cal, because they're both casting glances at you as the only non-humans in the building.
Mm.
It is two sort of large and quite imposing looking, sort of scarred faces, a bit battered, looking human men, maybe in their 30s. They make no attempts to hide their gaze from both of you, but they're not coming towards you to attack you. They are just sort of watching you.
Cal sort of does a nod at them both with like a wee smile, as if to be like,
They both give you a sort of like bow of the head,
I just go. No, I'm joking.
pick you up and screw your head and throw you away.
Fuck yeah.
I hold up a bag of mead and just slyly go, just to see what their reaction is.
One of them immediately grimaces, like as if he's about to go for you, and the other one sort of puts a hand out in front of him.
So,
and
not it.
Approaches you slowly. There shall be no imbibement in this chapel of the Lord.
Apologies, did not mean to cause offence. Was just going to see if you wanted a wee refreshment.
The only refreshment we need is the love of our Lord.
Well,
Take juices.
yeah, I'll take a few steps back and I'll... no offence, Vince.
He takes a step towards you again. Put the beverage away, heretic.
Put it away. It's behind my back. It's underneath my satchel. Cool.
Cal sort of steps next to K-Wolf just to give a little bit of backup. Not tries to do it in a non-threatening way, just kind of slowly, just kind of like edges up next to him to give some sort of presence.
I dart in front and hands up and say herbal tea.
Oh, hold on. That might not be the best idea. They like you two less than they like me.
He does sort of. He looks at you, K-Wolf, and there is like a visible disgust in his eyes as he sort of looks down.
I sort of put my hands forward onto them two and go, I think you're making it worse.
And he looks back at you. You may be wayward soul, but you travel with the filth. You bring this dirt into our home. You disrespect our Lord. And then the other sort of hidden priest appears and sort of pulls his friend aside, and they both say nothing as Deacon Freeman reappears and steps in front of both of you like, I think it's time maybe you leave.
I just have a small question.
Well, let's have that question outside then, please.
I just feel like it's better asked in front of these two, just because I feel like we're on the wrong page here. It's just you said outside that this was open to everyone, and that's just not. That's not how I'm feeling here.
You misunderstand. The group you're in just now have come in and offended our laws. So now we're asking you to leave.
Offended your laws? How?
Well, this drunkard is drinking or trying to drink in our premises.
He didn't drink.
I was just checking to see if it was cool. I had to ask someone of the faith to see if it was cool to drink first.
And you were wrong.
But it was only a question.
And Mr. Wolf, we've told you several times that it's wrong to drink here.
If I don't remember it, then how do you expect me to remember this?
Mr. Wolf, this isn't the first time you've brought a colourful band of people in here to cause disruption, and every time we let you come in, and every time you cause disruption. Let this be the last time.
Okay.
Leave.
I'm gonna like kind of grab the clothing of the two of them and try and like pull them out the way.
Yeah, Cal's gonna try to get more questions and just is ours pulling her away, but she just kind of goes with the flow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we'll leave.
And like as much as K-Wolf and Cal and Ard, you're aware that the two kind of little guard guys were a little bit like, fuck, how are we going to take these two giants in combat? Once you get outside the door, they give it a bit of, yeah, don't fucking come back, you pricks, you know, like shut them. You know, now they're hard because they've shut the door on you, you know, but like, yeah, they were getting concerned that there was going to be a fight. But you're now outside. You've been kicked out of the Mages College and the Chapel of Ateus.
Yeah, this is becoming a thing.
Cal's gonna have so much shit to do next.
He's always gonna fucking shoot himself.
Just Theodore going in, guns blazing, just taking out everyone.
I'm just gonna quickly do.
Oh,
Gonna leave that there for you guys to deal with.
Can I send my weasel in?
so whilst they're sort of giving it Yaldi, I'm just taking the sack of mead and just like pouring it from such a height above down into my mouth, and it's just overflowing, just to show how much I don't give a shit about them.
I would like to smack this man due to me previously saying to be good.
I'm gonna let you guys. I'm gonna let you guys deal with that. You guys go ahead.
I was being good. I wasn't being good. They're just fucking racists.
Bad.
And Cal, you are aware that the Order of Ateus is, in fact, incredibly racist.
Yeah.
They are militant pro-humans. Ard, you're probably the only one that has any right to be upset about this because Cal, your people are insanely racist. And
Oh, really?
oh yeah, the Ekimzaya are part of the Hashis. And the Hashis is like an ethno-nationalist religious state that kills everyone that isn't like them.
Oh, okay, brilliant.
I'm not saying you are.
Well, yeah,
but,
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
Obviously
You know,
not. You're
like,
happily
yeah, like,
traveling with.
Cal, that like they're looking at you as if you're a member of ISIS that's just walked into the local parish.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is going on here? Like,
I just thought I came from some indigenous sort of like.
yeah,
cult.
and
Yeah.
you yourself are definitely part of an indigenous group who deserves to be loved and protected. But yeah, the Hashis is a horrible ethno state. It's like here are the 5 chosen people. You're one of them, and if you're not one of us, you can join us and be like subhuman. And if you don't want to do that, then we're going to kill and eat you. So, also, I appreciate how you turned your token around there, Cal. That was nice.
Yeah, just I'm heading this thing.
Good to know what way. It's good to know what way you're facing. So I can come up behind you and be like, "Ha, you prick!" Yeah, but the Hashis is big bad. I think that's why you're. I'm not giving your character backstory away, but I think this is why you are where you are. Like,
Right, yeah. Oh, yeah, right, okay, cool.
the Hashis is bad.
Yeah.
they're not. I mean, no one's good here, but the Hashis are bad.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have a quick pee break, and I'll be back.
cool.
We're getting close to the end anyway, because I don't think you guys are going to go much further than this.
We're gonna get through the store or get to the manor. I haven't even gotten to the fucking cave yet, or the
Again.
campfire, or the monument.
Again, you don't have to be at any of these places.
We don't.
No.
Are you
Don't
sure?
don't bring game completionists into a D&D campaign and expect us not to check every single fucking thing there is.
See that pebble by the bridge? I need under. Thank you.
I think we need to create achievements for for certain things.
It's okay, buddy. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, you've got about a few months of people treating this like they're in a video game before they realise it's D&D.
Yeah. Me and Megan have already talked about this, and it's like, yeah, it's really fun. It's really like endearing to see people come into D&D and treating it funny until suddenly it's not funny, and like your character is getting fucked, and you're like, oh, I spent months building this character and their backstory. I was really hoping they would do well, and I'm like, yeah, but now you're dead.
At least I'm not a drunk idiot that's got us kicked out of 2 places.
To be fair, Cal got us kicked out of one.
Hal got you kicked out of the college.
This is true.
It's how the sort of weird swamp dwelling goblin boy has been like the most normal member of the party.
Yeah.
I don't
I
think
can't.
it's possible for
I
Cal
cannot
to be
wait
normal.
until Zell comes back and is like, "Oh my god, did you guys complete the quest?" And we're like, "No,
What quest?
no." Everyone in Blackwell thinks we're a bunch of nonce rapists and doesn't like us.
We're on a register, and
Cal definitely is.
yeah.
Old voyeurist Cal over here breaking into folks' rooms and watching them sleep.
Wait till they check our pockets and just get folks' house keys.
Oh, where are my headphones?
Oh my fucking god! Do not get arrested. You are fucked.
Give me the house keys. Give me the house keys now.
We need to make sure that all the stuff is not on you.
What are you guys now that you guys have? Let me just do a quick recap here, right? You have effectively been told that it was almost certainly someone that quit the college really recently because their mum died that has been running around robbing graves.
And the people in the Church of Ateus are aware of this death and are aware that the person wanted to have their something buried there and stuff, and yeah,
But they weren't.
but they weren't.
As in, like, the body wasn't buried with the church.
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah,
But that's what I'm saying. The college was also aware of this, right? The college was also aware of all this stuff. You guys have figured out your lead. What I'm trying to say, your lead is that there's a guy who recently, in the past week or so, left the college, and now there's an upsurge in bodies being stolen from heretic graves outside of the town.
I think
That's what you got.
yeah.
That's all you.
Like he was part of the ones who did experiments on it. Was a good mage. His mother had died. Bodies have started to go. He's trying to do he's trying to Frankenstein his mum.
Yeah.
That's
He's trying to Full Metal Alchemist more.
I think it was actually, someone said he's trying to Full Metal Alchemist his mum. I know you just said that there, Elliot, but someone else did say that.
Oh, I said that earlier.
Yeah.
Like a minute ago. Right, so that is your lead.
Yep.
There is no immediate need for you to still be hanging about town if you want to go and pursue that lead.
No, there is. You need to get your daggers.
I need to get my daggers, but also, I just had a thought. If he's randomly vanished, he's going to need tools to be doing stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Who makes tools? Our little hobgoblin guy. Maybe he knows of him who has maybe come past and been like, I need some stuff.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's go to there.
We should go ask him.
So we can go back and get my shit. I can give him a hangover cure. Maybe he'll be more interested in telling us some stuff.
Okay. So you go back to Denrell's Forge. And
I'm going to hang outside and not do anything stupid for a short while.
He hands you back your weapon, your dagger, and also K-Wolf's axes. Or, the weapons that were given over.
I slide across his little desk thing a little bottle of the hangover stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Is he aware of what it is?
Oh yeah, straight away he's sort of like
I ask him in Goblinish
Mm-hmm.
if he would have some insight to certain like medical tools and weapons.
He sort of like takes the. Are you giving him the bottle?
Yeah, he's got the bottle. It's his.
Yeah, he takes it and just like corks it and fucking slams it down. Oh, thank fuck. And then sort of looks at you, sort of clutching his head, and goes, "Medical tools? No, I don't make those. They're very expensive and very fiddly.
Does he know who does?
No one in this village does know. Aegis College, they supply them from somewhere central. Somewhere in Terrania, but not here, no."
Does he have any contact that he might know of that's able to access things like this?
What do you mean contacts? Like,
Well, obviously he's going to have shit that's being like shipped in or brought in to be able to make tools, right?
farming tools?
Yeah. So he's probably aware of like various other, I don't know, blacksmiths or like other people that are able to supply certain.
No, that's not how
No?
that works. No.
Okay.
He receives his ore from the mines around Blackwell.
Mhm.
And he creates tools for the people of Blackwell from that stuff.
Alright.
If someone was making, say, alchemical tools or surgical tools, that would be highly specialized. Someone nowhere near here. You're out in the sticks. You're out
Okay.
in the arse end of nowhere. You're not going to bump into like the scalpel maker, you know,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
Blackwell.
Is there any tools that he makes that could be passed off as something that could be used for something like that?
I mean, in the same way that an axe could be used to cut an onion, maybe, but no.
Okay. I would like to ask him if he is aware of the student that's gone missing.
He's sort of like, no mages come around here. Not to my forge. Nah, they use little tools for little jobs. I make swords for big jobs.
Okay.
Where would they get
Um,
little tools from?
The college, not here. They get cartloads of tools every year for different jobs.
Can I ask him how often in a year they do these?
Once a year. There's
When during the year? Hey, the delivery could be soon, okay? I don't know. Hang around for a couple of weeks. Delivery
No.
comes in.
We
I'm
are
like,
a
let-
DM's nightmare, aren't we?
You imagine at the start of an academic year when this person likely started their call.
Anyways, I say thank you. And go
No.
outside.
Okay. I feel like we should start heading out of town now.
Sure.
Yeah? We agreed? Is there anything else anyone wants to do before?
Do you want to maybe go get Molly?
Well, yeah, I would always go and get Molly. I
Okay.
just mean
I
in
say-
general.
I say we go back to. I say we go back to the inn. Whilst you're getting Molly, we could maybe ask if anyone around there's like aware of the student that's missing.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go into the Blackwell General Store.
Okay.
And
Get some toilet roll.
just have a look around. Is there anything that is out of the normal?
In the general
I like it's a general store, but it happens to have like for some reason a dagger or a weapon or a
Nah,
poster on the wall related to what we're looking for.
The general store sells things like rations and pots and pans and rope and bolts of fabric and leather, but it doesn't sell. It doesn't have anything that you would think would be out of the ordinary just for walking in.
So go up to the general store teller and go, good day, man.
Hello.
I am K. Wolf for short.
I know.
Oh yeah, you were in the bar last weekend.
No, I wasn't. My daughter was. I don't drink anymore.
Oh, hard times, man. Party too quick.
Yes.
Cool.
What do you need?
Well, I was just looking for a bit of information. See, there's
I don't see many comers and goers. I don't have any information for you unless you're buying things.
You're in a general store full of general people that use it, and you've got no information. You're useless to me, and storm out.
You've said this before, you know. You prick. Let you storm out. Okay, rest of the party are at the tavern.
I'm not inside it. I'm just outside grabbing Molly.
Yeah, of course.
Wait,
So,
yes, I forgot.
You'll be outside. You're inside.
Yes.
You approach, and the bartender Helle is like, "Any luck with the quest thus far?"
I hop up onto the bar stool and put my head flat on the counter and say, "No, drunk idiots as always."
You are traveling with K-Wolf. He is a bit of a drunk idiot.
I pull out some of those pretty flowers that I had cut earlier and offer them to the two of them and ask them if they are aware of the missing student from the Major's place.
They both sort of take the flowers and are like, and say to you, "Yeah, well," Helle says to you, "Well, yeah, it was mentioned. He used to drink in here all the time, but he never spoke to anyone. And then suddenly he's gone. So as far as I'm aware, that's the last anyone saw of him. And then I heard people saying he went missing, but how did he go missing between here and his bedroom? You know? We never spoke to him apart from getting him drinks."
Did you see anybody around with him in the pub at all?
No, he came here by himself and he left by himself every night.
I say thank you, and I hop down, and I go nosy about, and I see the man over here, and I'm like, "Hello."
You go up to violent drunkard.
Yes.
Wilhelm, and speak to him.
Yeah.
What are you doing out here? Are you coming in or are you?
I'm coming in.
Okay. You just come in.
I'll just stay outside with Molly until everyone's finished.
Okay. While
I'm just, giving her a lot of love and hugs.
totally fair. While Ard is beginning this conversation with a slightly more sober than last time you saw him, older, sort of mutton chopped man, very large and sort of muscular, slightly pudgy looking, like built like a barrel almost, but huge. As he sits at the table, slamming down this huge flagon of ale, sees you approaching. "All right, Leland."
So I nervously go up to him, and I pull out my other hangover cure bottle and pop it on the table and ask him if he is free to talk.
He sort of looks at it, picks up his ale. "The fuck is that?" "I'm drinking real drinks." Like,
I'm like, "It's head hurty juice."
fuck that shit.
I take it back and put it back in my pocket.
And from over at the bar, I'm just going, "Right, man, this is the only hangover cure we need."
He gets it.
I
can sit
beckoned
down.
Wolf over to come and join us.
What's your problem then, little un?
So I basically briefly explained. We were on a little quest, and we're just talking to everyone to try and get some hints and some tips about what's going on. And I asked him if he's seen the guy that has gone missing at all in the pub.
Byron. Little Byron, little mage Byron, little bookish Byron. I know Byron. He used to come down here a lot, so he did. Till his mum died. Yeah.
I asked him if he ever spoke to him.
I did, yeah. He was a good drinker, so he was. Strong drinker. But nah, he gave it up when his mum died. And he fucked off. He said to me one night. He said to me, I'm getting thirsty, you know. I think I'll have another pint.
I pull out
expectantly.
my hip flask. my hip flask skin thing and just give him that.
Yeah, little drink to wet the whistle. Slugs this down, it sort of squeezes the skin dry and just like a big frub, puts it back on the table. Yeah, you're all right, little one. Yeah, Byron said to me one night, we'd had a couple of drinks. He was getting a bit sad, you know how it is. He looks at you, Wolf, little cry when you've had too many drinks. And he said to me, yeah, like that, yeah. And he said to me, loss will make a man do horrible things, yeah? And I said, no, last time I lost something, I lost the keys to my ass. I did a shit outside, but I was fine. He's like, no, I lost me mum. Well, I lost me fucking mum. Well, who gives a fuck?
Did he say why he lost his mum?
Yeah, she fucking died. She was fucking ancient. She was fucking ancient. And he points at the bartenders behind the bar. She was fucking older than that lot. She was a fucking human and she was 60 odd years old. She was fucked. And now she's fucking dead. Who gives a fuck?
I asked him about his house keys that he lost.
My ass keys? Oh, I've got them now.
Oh.
Pulled a ring of keys out from his pocket.
Did they look anything like the keys that we found?
They are metal house keys, the same way that any house keys are metal house keys. Like they're.
I don't know. It's
They're not.
tab-
The same way that Kyle showed you his house keys, you wouldn't be able to identify them from your own just at looking at them. They're just keys. Like they're just house keys.
I wave over to Helle and I ask for some more drinks.
Yeah, she's already sort of like coming round the bar to sort of be like, here goes this cunt again, like and then sitting a couple of pints down at the bar and looking at you two like, this is on you, by the way.
I pull out however much gold and just
Yeah. So you lose another 2 gold.
nice. I ask him more about Byron and say, ask if he said anything about what he does.
He was one of those fucking mages. He used to chop up bodies and shit. Oh, they're going to chop up the bodies and put magic into them and make them work and all that nonsense. Not my fucking problem. Nah.
Did he mention anything about his mum to do with that?
No, he said it was miserable work. He'd never subject someone he liked to it. You'd never do it to a friend of yours. He used to say to me, nah, if someone ever wants to do that to my body, you need to burn me alive. Stop it from happening. But then he said to me, loss makes you do terrible things. I've just got to assume maybe he did something stupid. But fuck knows, he's gone now.
Something that he wouldn't normally
Boy,
do.
10 kilograms soaking wet, he died out in the wilderness, I fucking know it.
The last time he saw him, did he see where he went at all?
No. He left this building and never saw him again.
Okay. I would like to go outside and talk to Cal.
Okay. Cal, what are you doing at this point? Cal, you've never had time to sort of have a little love-in with Molly.
Yeah.
So you can be sort of coming into the tavern if you like, or you can sort of intercept Cal outside on the way in, so you can sort of just be like, Here.
Cal would probably just be waiting by the door with Molly as if like ready to go. Like waiting by the entrance to the pub.
yeah, I'm going to quickly grab a Molly token just for brevity. But yeah.
A Molly token. That literally sounds like a drug deal gone wrong.
Molly
A drug
token.
deal on layaway.
So yeah, what are you saying to Cal, Al?
So I will beckon Cal to lean down to listen to me. And I will basically explain the exact same thing about the weird stuff that what was his name?
Wilhelm.
That Wilhelm told me, that Arent said, and see if she thinks anything suspicious.
So you've basically heard that conversation now,
Yeah,
effectively.
yeah.
Megan.
No, absolutely. I think this theory that we're going by, I think Byron is our prime suspect at this point. I think we have to track him down. He's more than likely not in the city. I think that's for sure. So the quicker we get out and have a look about, the better.
Okay.
Okay, Wolf, just you get back to that table. Just don't. Just you go back over there, okay, Wolf. You're going nowhere.
Okay.
He sort of, Wilhelm sort of looks at you, okay, Wolf, and pushes the second flagon that Ard bought. He bought one for, I'm assuming, both of you.
Yeah,
So
and then
pushes one towards you, okay, Wolf, and says, I haven't forgotten about those fucking shoes, by the way. You still owe me.
What do you mean?
A pair of ladies' ballet shoes.
Do you still have them?
No, you owe me a pair of ladies' ballet shoes, you prick.
Oh, wait, hold on a second. I think I remember where I left them. And
roll me a random D20, please. Just a straight D20.
How do you do this on this? Right. There we go. Roll 16.
You have a pair of ladies' ballet shoes on your person.
Oh, they're on my person. I thought I left the shoes underneath the counter.
No. They're in your back pocket.
So I'm back, and I'll just go. Which bag are these in? It's here. Here you go.
He sort of looks at them and picks them up and. I didn't think you had it in you. You can't. And he hands you 20 gold.
And I just sort of turn back to him and go, Can I just ask you, why do you need them?
He sort of looks at you like, you what? Ah, you're fucking hilarious, you can't. And he sort of like he claps his hands, finishes his pint, and then goes back to willfully ignoring you.
I'm like, I end up just standing up, finishing the full flagon, going, righto. You know, these cunts are outside. Really poorly mimicking his accent. Just almost intentionally, just to slightly wind him up.
He doesn't even acknowledge you're leaving. He just sort of continues drinking and chuckling away to himself, looking at these ballet shoes, and then just lets you off you go.
So I'm gonna make like a dog's horse's penis and hit the road.
So it makes sense to me that then you guys, you're probably heading towards the scene of the crime. Is that right?
Yes.
Yes.
Right. That to me is a good point to call it a day here, because
Yeah.
you're about to get into the actual adventure. And
Guys,
yeah,
we've just played the prologue.
You guys have made this prologue last 2 whole games. I don't know how the fuck you've done it, but you've done it. I need to stop writing so much, and yeah, that's my problem. But yeah, it makes sense to me that you guys would intercept Theodore on your way to the
Yeah.
thing. So it doesn't make sense for me to sort of carry on, knowing that you're probably going to bump into him on the way there. So we'll pick this game up again on your way to the scene of the crime.
Yeah.
Which will hopefully give you guys, if you choose to do it, it gives you enough time to sort of fill him in, if you want to. If not,
There's absolutely no need. Like,
there's no need. There's no need to. You have to. You can tell him all the wrong things. You can tell him that you guys are still definitely best pals with both those places you're now banned from going. That would be fun. But yeah, we could talk about that next week, because I don't want to get into the actual adventure
yeah.
this late in the game, so we'll just call it there.
Cool.
Thanks for sticking around, homies. Once again, I'm good to go next week because I've written this game way too far in advance. It's up to you guys.
I'm good to go for next week.
Double check what date is next Tuesday. I'm sure I'm good to go. Just double checking.
The Tuesday's the 2nd of December.
Yeah. Well, good.
I'll put that in the chat and confirm it with Zell. If Zell can't make it, we can still just play it anyway. I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
We could talk about that in the chat, but that's us for the day. Well done, guys. Thanks for sticking it out. Thanks for doing weird shit like you always do. We will carry this story on this time next week.
Yeah. Okay. I'll catch you
Let's try
later.
this.
Bye-bye.
Catch us later.